Sis, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Hold up, I can't hear you. One moment. Say something. Why can't I hear you? Hold up 1 second. Check, check, check. I can hear me, but I can't hear you. Hold on. Hold on 1 sec. What's going on here? Let's see what's happening here. All right. Speaker. Audio box. Mic, no mic. All right, we're going to have to fix it on the show. Stand by. We have to fix it on the show. Let's get it.
I be that more you gon' remember, be more. I be that more you gon' remember, Nap Town. I be that more you gon' remember, Tahaka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember, LA. I be that more you gon' remember, New York. I be that more you gon' remember, Tahaka Bay front line till the law call my number.
What Ty eating? What Ty eating? I was sleepy. I didn't know you was coming on tonight. You know, ain't much to do out in Owens Mills, but watch the Hawker Bay talk crazy. Read these. Check, check, check. Cryptonomics, you on this one too, Crypt? Mm-hmm. Well, family. Listen to me. Before we get started here tonight, I just want to let you know something. Mammy Rika, what up? Family, listen. I need y'all to help me out. Listen. Can y'all work with me? For real. Listen. I'm a Moorish American, but I'm not always fixed. I'm working on myself. Listen to me, family. I need y'all to work with me. Do you know, my father used to say this, man, I wish my father could be here right now, because my father real loud. I'm a little bit loud, but he like real loud. He passed away a few years ago. But he used to always say this thing. Listen, man, don't try to give me the guiltness. You know what I mean? When he don't come through. I'm like, man, what you doing? He's like, don't try to give me the guiltness. So what had happened was, since the show, it seems to me that everybody want to give me the guilties. And I don't mean everybody, not all of y'all. But a lot of people is hitting my messenger, hitting my inbox, trying to like give me the guilt trip like I'm the problem. Let me explain. The only thing that I did was give the accused a platform. Let's run this back real quick. When the brother came on the platform. I'm talking about Ali. When he came on the platform. Hold on one second. When he came on the platform, he mentioned the brother name. He mentioned the brother name, right? And when he mentioned the brother name, you cannot blame me saying, hold up, let the brother speak. See, this is how the European really do divide and conquer. The way that he does divide and conquer, he'll back this one into a corner and let them talk. And then this one can go into the corner and let them talk. I'm saying, y'all come right here, let's air it out. Y'all been airing it out since 2017. Air it out. But the initial show was all about, anybody remember what the initial show was all about? The initial show was all about bringing tension to supposedly, to a fallen comrade. That was the show was all about. There was no need to bring in anybody name in nothing. Only thing that should have been discussed was the fallen comrade. The moment that he opened that can of worms with Jamal, you get what you got. Listen, family, this should be a lesson. We should be careful how we present ourselves to the world and what we say out our mouth. And the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, in this picture here, it's a statement that he says, do nothing shameful, for shame will be written on your face. It will catch up to you. Therefore, do nothing shameful. Do your best to live upstanding, live upright. Do your best to put your best foot forward. Do your best to be the best image that you expect to see in everybody else. That's all you can do. And if you make a mistake, make a speedy reparation. My bad. My bad. You got me. My bad. I don't care if you done took a life. At the end of the day, if your hand in the cookie jar, don't pee on people and say it's raining and your hand ain't in the jar. Just say my bad. You got me. I'm going to do better next time. Because now what then happen is people reaching out to me as if I am the bad guy facilitating somebody being attacked. But let's not forget, Jamal most likely was sitting home trying to figure out how to use a mouse on his computer. And I say that as a jokey joke, because when he came here on the first show, he was looking terrible with that presentation. But the second show, whoa, he was bang him, bang him, bang him, bang him. I was like, goodness gracious. He had recordings. He had the sink. He had the basement sink. He had the dryer. He had the washing machine sink. Bang him, bang him, bang him. Man, he was going so hard. The people in the chat was like, man, why he got all these recordings? Man, why he always... But you can't blame him. You cannot blame him. He's only defending his name. Now, before I bring my guest in, I want to say this. I'm going to give it to you $1. If I can I give it to you $1? I got me a organic kombucha. Let me see what this one tastes like. Somebody know how to get me endorsements. Somebody find a good kombucha company and write a proposal so I can endorse them. I love me some kombucha. Anybody can help me with that. Anybody proficient in that? I love kombucha. Anybody help me get a kombucha endorsement so I can drink it on the show? You know what I mean? Like Grandmaster Jay got the water endorsement. He said up there talking about this cures cancer. This cures cancer. Ain't showing the label. Trying to get you by that European water. I'm trying to hide the label. This cures arthritis. But you Negroes don't listen. You don't listen to nothing. Email me, and if you get one back, you're a part of NFAC. Cures cancer. I can't wait to Grandmaster Jay come out hiding. We gonna have some fun. He about to go court in 2 days. Oh, what's today? Thursday. I think he go court Monday. Yeah, we gonna wait for him too. We gonna wait for him. We gonna wait for him. We gonna have a good time. Hey, Tiffany, hold up. I'm talking to the people. Hey, my guest in the background waiting. She don't know we got that we good. She don't know we family up in here. She gonna be family after today, hopefully, if she don't come for my head. I don't know what people gonna say halftime. So she might come for me. She might come for me. I'm gonna need you, Sean. Stay at the door. You know what I mean? You ain't guarding the door, so what you got a gun for? You ride a bitch, you get to the poor. Sean, stand at the door. But let me say this before we get started. Now, we probably have more than one guest in here tonight. One has arrived. But I got to say this and to set the stage before I open the floor. And this is no lie, no cap. How if you over 40, you better not be saying no cap. I'm just saying that for the younger generation. But if you try to say no cap and wearing Rough Rider necklaces, you out of order. But I'm going to just say it if it's some young people, man. We ain't bluffing this for real. After the first show with Dr. Alli Muhammed, I started getting a flood of calls and messages. God is my witness. I started getting a flood of calls with messages. Now, one of the main calls wasn't necessarily stating that he was an agent. The main calls that I was getting was that, and I'm going to just call it how it is. The main calls that I was getting was complaint from sisters. I was getting flooded with complaints from sisters. Now, let me show you, because this is going in another direction now. I don't believe, I would love for Ali to come and rep his name. But I'm going to tell you something. This is going in a whole different direction, and you're going to see coming soon. You're going to see coming soon. This is going in a whole different direction. And when I say I was flooded, I'm so flooded with sisters that want to speak out. It would take 2 weeks to get all of them on this show. Allah is my witness, and I'm not playing. I'm not doing this for a show. It would take me 2 weeks. I got the show tonight. I got one coming Saturday. And depends on what y'all say, I might cut it off and let it go. But it's that bad. So what I want to say is that was from the first day that he came on the show. Now, I'm not choosing sides. But women lie, men lie, but numbers don't lie. These numbers are pretty significant. And I don't know if people underestimate the reach of Moorish World TV, but that's not a good idea to come on here and say things about people and don't think that somebody will respond or that somebody will see you. You probably would say, man, ain't nobody watching that Moorish guy. I'm not the average Moorish guy. I'm the more you're going to remember. I'm not the average Moorish guy talking kooky quacky, worrying about you calling yourself black, worrying about you buying your nationality. I'm not the average Moorish guy. So a lot of people watch Moorish World TV. And another thing that you have to remember is this. Because a lot of people watch Moorish World TV, and I'm a loud mouth, I am loud. I'm a loud guy. But in my loudness, I am a great observer. I observe very well. And I observe from a social media perspective. Many people might don't understand that. I can watch the chat. I can watch body language. I can feel energy language. I observe very, very well. And what I'm telling you is that a lot of stuff that I've seen, it's recycled. A lot of stuff that is put to the people, it's like the worm on the hook. The fish, he only bite the hook because of the worm. In other words, people dangling the worm to get people hooked. And I'm going to tell you, I'll sit back and act like I don't see nothing. But your biggest mistake that you will make coming on Moorish World TV is to think that I don't see you. Don't think that I don't see you. I'ma just sit back. Because normally when somebody tries to manipulate a situation, ultimately they put themselves in a bind. If a person is playing games, it's only a matter of time when they're going to trip themselves up. It's only a matter of time. Just let them talk. Just let them talk. I'm telling you, if you're a sister or you're a brother, if you're in a relationship and you think they're not being on the up and up, sit back and let the other person talk. I'm telling you, they're going to tell you everything you want to know. They're going to tell you everything you want to know. And sometimes play dumb. Oh, yeah? Oh, I ain't know that. I ain't know that. Oh, yeah. They tell you everything you want to know. And so, family, social media is a new medium between our people. And social media will get you jammed up. You come on there thinking that this is 19. You think this Blog Talk Radio? You sadly mistaken. You sadly mistaken. This is not Blog Talk Radio. This is something different. And so we better get used to it. We better watch what we say about people. And you can't throw it, no rocks at a glass house. If you living in a glass house, I'm telling you, I got people right now looking for my mess ups. I got people right now saying, we're going to get him. We're going to get him. And I'm saying to myself, no, you ain't. I'm going to work. I'm going home and do Moorish World TV and go to the temple. You ain't getting me. No, you ain't. I ain't be sitting up here looking like a fool, talking about look at the screen share. Those are. I'm coming, Tiffany. I had to get people ready. We got 300 people in the chat, family. 300 people in the chat. What do the thumbs up look like? We only got 66, so we can't start till we get at least 100, family. We can't start till we get 100 thumbs up. We got 300 people in the chat, and we only got 67 thumbs up. Now, let me get a couple of these things ready real quick. What I'm looking for. And I know many people. Yeah, this is gonna be a dynamic show tonight, family. You know who we got on here, right? You know we have my sister was on here the other night. She coming. Mo Black. And also we have, I don't even know how to say it. I'm going to just say the General, Demira. I don't even know if the H is silent. But the Miss General is on the show, family. Let me see what the thumbs up looking like. Okay, we got 99. We need one more, family. Come on. Help the algorithms of the show. Don't touch the rhythm of the stroke. One more. Come on. Thumbs up. We got a couple thumbs down. There we go. Up jump the boogie. The show is on tonight. Let's go. One more time.
I be that more you gon' remember. Be more. I be that more you gon' remember. Nap town. I be that more you gon' remember. Tahaka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. LA. I be that more you gon' remember. New York. I be that more you gon' remember. Tahaka Bay front line till the law call my number.
Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV.
Let's get it.
Uncle Bay. I'm your host.
Thank you.
Sis, I can hear you very good. Why can't I see you? Is your camera on? What's wrong with your camera? You turn it off?
No, it says I'm on. You can't see me. You can't see all this.
Hold on. I can't see you.
It's a lot to see, baby. Can they see me? Can somebody see me? I be putting in work over here. Hold up. Can you see me now?
I can't see nothing. Oh my God.
Can anybody see me? Hang on.
And
what's up, chat? Can y'all see me?
No, can't nobody see you.
Damn, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
Now you got.
So what do I do to make you see me?
Now you got to come out and come back in. People.
What?
People didn't know who they talking to. You got to face the accuser. You got to face the accuser.
Hey.
Now you got to come out and come back in.
What?
Hey, Mo, people didn't know who they talking to. Hey, Mo, Black, you got to turn that background down. Why can't you hear me through your phone or what you working with, Mo? You should have went to the pawn shop and got something better than you had last night, Mo Black. Come on now. We had a show to do today. You done got your nails done. You done got your rap on. What you doing? Look at her look.
See, I was feeling you last night. Don't start no mess, brother.
All right,
I've been working on my mouth all day.
All right, Mo Black.
Black man.
There we go.
Can you see me now? Hey. What's up, boo? Hey, sis. What's up, baby? Let's get it. Can I start? Can I be the one to start? Hold
up. So what I want you to do first, Sister Mo Black, can I call you Beverly? I know, my bad.
She gonna cuss you out.
Don't call no shit, Grand Sheik.
Listen.
With all due respect, do you care if I go before her for a reason?
No. Hold up. Calm down, sis. I want y'all to introduce yourself to our people first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let the people know who you are. So Mo Black, you introduce yourself, let them know who you are, what your position is, what your place is in this conversation, and where you from, and then give it to the general.
I once was National Assistant Deputy Chief of Staff up until about, maybe 4 months ago. I'm a revolutionary by heart, though. You know what I'm saying? I always been that way. So I just thought that, I would have, joining RBPP would have been a larger platform for me. You see what I'm saying? Because, see, I'm that sister that I catch your kids going to school, walking to school early in the morning, and their hair ain't combed, I'm gonna put them to the side and comb their motherfucking head. You heard? Yeah. If your baby ain't got on no socks, I'm gonna go to the dollar store or Walmart or wherever the next day that baby gonna have on some socks. You feel me? I'm the sister who kids come to my house. When they get out of school, they want to play, but they got to do their homework first. We're going to sit down. We're going to have some schooling going on around this motherfucker, okay? That's me. That's what I do. So I thought, you know what I'm saying? And I had sandwiches and snacks. And I thought, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to expand. I wanted a larger platform. And that ain't what I got. That ain't what I got. And I know some people gonna say, well, why was you there 4 or 5 years? The thing with that is I stayed even though I saw the signs and the bullshit. Okay, I saw it. And but I still swept it up under the rug because I wanted to believe that he was this person. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't that person. He is not. I'm here to tell you. Everything that Brother Jamal said about him is the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. Get out. I'm on Panther business. I ain't on mama duty right now. Go that way. So I'm just saying though. I'm just being honest. I can say a lot of things, but you know my mouth ain't right, Chic. I've been working on it all day since last night. I'm trying though. I'm really trying. So
I love you, Mo.
I'll tell you like this. Ask me. You can ask me what you want to know, and I can give you the answer to it. Cause there's a whole motherfucking lot to be said, brother, and it is.
So let me explain to everybody in here on the show. Somebody say she got to prove herself as well. This is not that type of show. This is a conversation.
Can I say something? I ain't got to prove a motherfucker.
Hold up. This is a commentary show.
I wanted to go first for a reason because I can vet her.
Hold up.
I needed to go first for a reason.
Coming, sis. Hold on 1 second. This is a commentary show. Some of the shows we're going to bring receipts. Some of the shows we're going to have commentary. This is a commentary show, and they're going to talk about their experience, and that's it. That's all. So with that, Mo Black, calm down. We okay. Don't worry about if I quote somebody comment. Don't be triggered. Just don't be triggered. Everything gonna be fine. I mean, don't be triggered. With that being said, General, I want you to let people know who you are, where you from, and where do you fit into all of this.
Absolutely. First of all, I want to say thank you for the platform and thank you for the time and thank you for being an objective listening ear, because that's what we need during this time. Our people need so much. So if we can actually come together for something and do it in a way that doesn't involve bloodshed, I'm all for that. So I want to say revolutionary love and Black power, greetings and blessings. Assalamu alaikum to anyone who's on here. Thank you for listening objectively. So I want to say I am General Damira Sadiqa Umanifu of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party. And before tonight, I was in good standings with the Revolutionary Black Panther Party. So understand that I have no reason to lie. I've been in the party since 2015. And can you still hear me? It's frozen. Can y'all hear me? Of course I get cut off.
No, you good. You ain't cut off. We just moved out the frame.
I know the fans gonna fuck with me. Okay, check this out.
You good. Just keep talking. I moved us out the frame so that people can focus in on what you're saying.
Okay, well, before tonight, I was in good standings with RBPP. So I'm also not a woman scorned. I've never had a relationship with him. He's never tried me. So I'm also not a woman that has an agenda. I am the general for the Nashville chapter. I am also National Deputy Chief of Staff, which means, and I'll break that down. There's the chief, which is Ali. There's the deputy chief, which is Amina. There is the chief of staff, who is Jamila. In the chat, she's Irie, that's in Zinga. And I am the National Deputy Chief of Staff. So I'm fourth in command of the nation. And General Mo Black, who's on here, is my assistant deputy. So that's the triage and how the fall of command falls. So we have been privy to a lot. Now, that's just one of our national titles. She holds several more, as do I. I'm also National Minister of Conflict Resolution, which means I have heard everyone's drama on both sides. I'm also National MOD HQ. So I don't have a reason to lie. And as far as my name, I'm glad you brought that up. After you've been in the party for a while, you are observed by the chief, and he has a naming ceremony where he gives you a new African name and you are able to shed your old name. And this was so special to me. He gave me the name Damira Sadiqa Umanifu, which means truthful, honest, and trustworthy. Anytime there's been an issue, I've never faltered. Integrity means everything to me. So he gave me that name. So I'm sure he's not going to get on here and say I'm a liar. With that being said, Everything I have done is for the people. I continue to do the work. And I'm not here to be against Ali. I'm here to be for Jamal. And that's the difference. I'm here for my people. And I will say this objectively, Ali and one of his third wife, Amina, have been there for me. They've counseled me. They've given me marriage counseling. They took time out of their schedule when they were going through personal things to give me advice. And it was good advice. And I felt like it was done out of love. So for that, I will say, I don't personally have any beef with any of them, but I've seen so much that I cannot let someone like Jamal be ostracized and his name mutated behind something that's a lie. Jamal has been there for me countless times. And I'll say this, people had issues with him recording conversations. I've been on countless calls with Ali and countless calls with Jamal. And either one of them could record anything I said and it wouldn't bother me because I stand on what I say. I can say it again. I don't lie. So with that being said, record it. The story is always going to be the same. Only people who falter in what they say got a problem with shit getting played back. You feel me? So with that being said, General Mo is the general of Memphis. I'm the general of Nashville. We share the same state. So we've worked together on many, many issues. Conflict resolution, she helped with that. So we know everyone's issues back and forth. So for me, everything I'm saying is coming from a place of clearing Jamal's name, not ostracizing anyone else. But because everyone brought me their issues, I've seen so much and I just can't let it ride. The truth has to come out. I will say Jamal went out of his way to bail an RBPP member out of jail when she couldn't get help anywhere else. After all the allegations against him. Who does that? That he's for the people. So I cannot let somebody like that, someone who I've called when I've been in domestic issues, and we were on video chat and I saw the tears in his eyes behind it. He's a solid brother. I cannot let his name get dragged through the mud. So again, I'm not here to just be against Ali. I don't have no problem with him personally, but I know the truth, so I got to speak on it. Now, Jamila's another story. His sister, Irene, who's in the chat, and Zinga, me and her got personal beef now. And that's the problem with RBPP. Anytime you disagree with them, then they go to attacking you personally. I'm just like, what part of the revolution is that? That ain't revolutionary love. So let's get it. Can you still hear me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Give me 1 second. Absolutely. Let me open my mic up. Open my camera up. So, man, I was taking it all in. Give me 1 second. What happened? Move that out the way. She dropped off real quick. What didn't happen that fast? So listen, man, I wanted to ask her a few questions, but with that being said, oh, there she goes. She's back.
My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm in a bad area.
Okay, so what I want to ask you is, so you said that up till today, we're talking about right now, you were still, and as of now, an official of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party.
I still am, and I'm still doing the work and will do the work. And the thing about the official guidelines is there has to be a tribunal for someone to be ostracized, to be kicked out of the RBPP. I know that because I've been on the committee for many of them. I remember when we had one for Jason Ford, and he just drug him through the mud. All of these, and I'm sure you'll get plenty of calls from people telling you about their experiences. But from the side, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you think that I've received a lot of calls? Let me say that. And these calls is really damaging to a leader such as Ali. It really is. And I'm not going to fake about it. It is what it is. And I wouldn't be doing these shows. I wouldn't even be doing this show with you, Mo Black, if these calls wasn't so abundant. It was a lot. Even right now, as I'm talking, I'm getting texts right now. Well,
let me say this. When I became a Panther, I took an oath to feed, clothe, shelter, train, and defend my people. It didn't say to defend whoever's in charge at the moment.
Let me. I want to respond to this. Somebody say, so we're going to forget what Sister Crystal Muhammad came on here and said. Let me speak to that real quick. I spoke to Sister Crystal, not spoke to her. I texted her earlier, and I encourage Sister Crystal to step back for a minute. I asked her, step back for a minute, because I think Sister Crystal, in fact, I know Sister Crystal Muhammad has a good heart. I know that she has worked with Dr. Ali, but maybe she doesn't know as much as the women that is about to come out. And it would be in the best interest for anybody who is associated with Dr. Ali just to step back for a minute. Not to abandon your brother. Give your brother advice. Support him. But it would be in the best interest to step back, because what I've heard is pretty bad. And you don't want to be on the other side of making the wrong decision of endorsing someone that you haven't fully vetted yourself.
Hallelujah.
Don't blindly endorse somebody that you haven't. And you know what? When he came on the show, I said, "Oh, we got a doctor."
Woo! You a lie. A lie you will tell. A lie you will tell.
Let me get Mo Black. Mo Black, I need you to don't do no cussing, but tell us about your experience, sis. All right? I'm opening your mic. You ready? I want you to stay focused.
I'm focused. I'm gonna watch my mouth. I'm focused. Okay.
Tell us about your experience.
Like I said, okay, like I originally said, it wasn't a problem with me and him. I like ignored the signs. My subconscious mind was actually telling me now, girl, look, woman, you know right from wrong. And you know, if everybody's saying the same thing, it's got to be some truth in this shit. But I still ignored it because I can agree with Tiff, General Demira, when she says he is let me choose my words carefully. Okay. He have benefited me as far as counseling, okay, with me and my children. By me being a single mother, he gives a lot of guidance and a lot of input. But now I'm looking back at that bullshit, and you know, that's psychological warfare within itself. You know what I'm saying? But okay, I'm sorry. I curse. Okay, but look, this is what I'm saying though. So he called me right. Now stop laughing at me, man. Don't laugh at me.
I love you.
Don't
I love you, sis. You got this. You got this.
You my people. You became my. You know
how I am, Tiff. You know I'm trying. You know I'm trying right now.
She's sensitive about
so
that.
This the thing.
She's sensitive about that.
He called me. He called me and he said that he needed me to drive to Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. And it was about 9 o'clock at night when he called. And me being a good comrade, top, you know what I'm saying? Top general.
You did too much.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on it. So I fuck around and I'm like, okay, chief, no questions. Boots on the ground. So I'm calling him back. He didn't show up. It's 10 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. He still ain't showed up. And he telling me he in Arkansas. I ain't going to tell you the state he live in. That ain't for me to say. But I'm like, damn, what the fuck he doing? What is he doing in Arkansas? You know what I'm saying? So I questioned that. That was the first question that went off in my head. So then, but I still, you know, it ran across my mind, but I really didn't question it. So he pulls up like 4 a.m. Now, I'm laying in the bed with my man. I'm a little bit thrown off because I done had a couple of glasses of wine and we done did our thing. So, I'm very relaxed. So he comes in and he says, baby, Chief at the door. So I'm like, Ali here? I jump up. I'm putting my clothes, shit on. You know what I'm saying? I no question that I'm moving so fast, I done forgot my boots. That's how fast I'm moving. I done forgot my boots. So, long story short, I drive all the way from Memphis 10. Soon as we cross Kentucky state line, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, we run out of gas. So, mind you, it's 4 a.m. I'm moving fast. I done left my boots. I done left my money. I done left everything. Luckily, my baby was thinking because my 7-year-old, he packed him a backpack full of Hot Pockets and yogurts and shit for the road trip. So we runs out of gas. I'm gonna call him Charles because that nigga ain't Dr. Ali to me. I'm gonna be real with you. Man, the nigga name Hubert Higgs. I'm gonna call him Hubert Higgs. Okay, so he long story short, somebody brought us some gas, all right? But the white man that he was interacting with done fucked around and called the police on us. So now I'm sitting in the driver's seat, state trooper done pulled up on me. Ain't shit I can do. I'm like, man, my license suspended. Hubert already know this. You know what I'm saying? That's why he got me driving. Look, the man got me driving. He know my license suspended, but that was my fault. I put myself in that situation. You know what I'm saying? But okay, so state trooper got his hand on the pistol. You know what I'm saying? And Hubert about 3 feet in front of the truck. He walking to the truck and he say,
and 3 feet tall.
Man, don't get me started on that. Let me finish this.
But what about his ID? What kind of ID did he show? What kind of ID did he show? You didn't have no license. What kind of license did he show?
That's what I'm getting to. That's what I'm getting to. So,
okay, my bad.
So as Hubert walking up to the truck, the trooper got his hand on the gun, and he like, get back. So now I'm lying because I'm in panic mode, and this white boy, this cracker, got his hand on the pistol. So I'm like, that's my husband. You know what I'm saying? We out here together. We ran out of gas. Man, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm panicking. I'm damn near an anxiety attack. You know what I'm saying? I got real bad nerves. I'm sure y'all know that by now. My nerves real fucked up. So anyway, Hubert constantly walking toward the truck.
Oh my God.
The state trooper already asked me for my ID. I gave it to him. So he asked him for his ID. He walked on the passenger side of the truck. Mind you, I'm on the driver's side of the truck because I'm driving. So the state trooper goes around on Hubert's side and get his ID after he done already collected mine. They walk to the back of the truck. Now they're having conversation. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So me being MOD, I get out the truck. I left my baby, my 7-year-old baby in the truck, and his daughter is in the truck. So I walk to the back of the truck. Oh, they charm. They charm back there. I'm thinking there's some other shit, but it wasn't what I thought it was. So now the state trooper is like, well, you know what I'm saying? By that time, let me run it back. The white boy who Hubert originally asked for the gas, he done came back with the gas jug. He putting the gas in the truck now. Him and the state trooper putting the gas in the truck. The state trooper holding the funnel. The white boy pouring the gas. Hubert back there saying, yes, sir. No, sir. I'm talking about like real. I'm looking at this motherfucker like, nigga, we don't talk to crackers like that. That ain't how
they went to the academy together.
But, you know, in a certain situation, in a certain situation now. It's a difference in warfare. I understand that. He's drilled me very well on certain situations. You have to move certain ways. So I kind of dismissed it as that too. But what caught me was he came back. I got back in the truck. He came to the truck and he says, we're gonna need some gas. And I'm like, damn. I ain't got but like $40 on me. So I peel off a 10. I passed him the $10. He looked at me and he said, that's not enough. That's what he told me. He said, that's not enough. So the state trooper agreed to follow us down to the next exit. This cracker escorted us to the next exit, to the gas station. Now, till we pulled on the lot. Now I'm nervous. So I tell my 7-year-old baby, look, come on, wake up. We finna go in the gas station. You need to go on and use the bathroom and da-da-da-da-da. I get to the counter. Ali got a goat roll. My bad. Hubert. Yep. Hubert got a goat roll. Hubert got about $4,000 in his pocket. Hubert done paid for a whole fill-up. Do you hear me? On the Mitsubishi truck. So I'm thinking to myself, that was clue number one, that someone right. Okay. So then we get to the motel room. And
you talking about the one that him and Nazir was working in?
Huh?
Never mind.
What you say to Mary?
You mean the one that him and Nazir? The one that him and his daughter and the other girl that was young enough to be his daughter that sat on his lap.
Let me get to it. Let me get to it.
The one with no bra? Or the one that he wouldn't wear? He wouldn't wear a condom with? Which one? Okay, I'm gonna let you tell
it. So we get to the room, right? Okay. We had to sit there about 30 minutes and wait. I don't know what was going on with that. Well, actually, I didn't at the time, but I do know now. Okay. And so once we get to the room, I'm sorry, I apologize. Once we get to the room, you know what I'm saying? We check in after we done sit there 30 minutes. And I noticed he kept saying that a flight was coming in. And he was telling another general, I ain't gonna call her name, but he was telling another general to go to the airport and pick up these two other generals. So long story short, the room that he originally rented, well, he didn't rent it. Somebody else
Thank
did.
You.
But me and my son was in that room, and the girl that he brought with him, he left his wife. Should I say his wife left him?
His third wife.
Let me say that.
The second wife or the third?
His wife left him. So he brought the little girl. Well, I'm not gonna call her little girl because she's a grown woman. I apologize, Queen, because I know you're watching. I apologize.
Them titties,
he brought her.
Was grown.
Hold up, Tiffany.
She was there. It was just, listen, it was a whole fucked up situation. Long story short, he left me and my baby in the motherfucking motel room we were supposed to be there from that Friday to that Saturday to that Sunday. Okay, that's what I'm getting at. And we was there till Monday, to that Monday. And goddamn it, my oldest daughter was in labor. My grandbaby was on the way. It was time for me to go home. Fuck that shit. Because I left my boots at the house and I couldn't participate in anything. Now, it don't matter what the fuck I'm in. I should be able to participate. Because you...
Hold up, sis. Sis, you get too comfortable with that cussing. So, family, if you don't know what you're watching right now, hold on, sis. If you don't know what you're watching right now is we have two sisters that was a part of, or continue. One says she still is a part of Dr. Alli Muhammed, Revolutionary Black Panther Party, and they are telling us our experience. They're telling us their experience. Long story short, Alli Muhammed came on the show to ask for support for a fallen comrade. He mentioned a former comrade of his named Jamal, and Jamal ultimately came on the show to, to salvage his name, or, redeem himself from what he considered to be slander. Ali failed to show up due to circumstances beyond his control, but the show went on anyway. And I just mentioned that since the show, many people have reached out to me, and today we're talking to two sisters that have had experience, and not only experience, but have been officials within the regime, and so that's what you're listening to right now. And we're going to get back to our sister Mo Black under the name of Beverly Warren. But don't call her Beverly Warren, because I'm telling you, that means Beverly War. She gonna go to war with you. She coming for your head. I can get away with it because we became friends yesterday, but you can't do that. All right. So let me open. Let me open Mo Mike back up, and go ahead, sis. Come on with
it. Let me say this. I don't give a fuck about motherfucking knowing their government name. I don't give a shit about that. But the only reason I said Mo Black, because in the Panther Party, they know Mo Black. They don't know Beverly Warren. That's why I said that. But I don't give a shit about that. But listen, I want to speak on this too.
Every Beverly I know can fight.
Man, let me tell you something. I got two sets of hands, and both of them motherfuckers is bisexual. Do you hear me? I will bitches and niggas. I don't give no fuck. None.
All right. Let me bring it
that way. Let me say this. Let me say this though, Grand Sheik.
So
hold up, sis. Hold up, sis. Beverly, you muted yourself. I mean, I'm saying Beverly because you saying it. Mo Black, I ain't saying that no more. Mo Black, you muted yourself. Say it again.
What you want me to say again? What
you
part?
were saying you got cut off. We didn't hear you.
I said I got two sets of motherfucker hands, and the motherfuckers
they will. We got that part. Mo Black, come on. Show some love to the channel. You try and get me shut down. Come on, Mo Black. Don't get me shut down. That's why we need to hit this Cash App, so we can get our own channel, and Mo Black can come over here and express herself the way she wants to. She can come right on the website and express herself the way she wants to. We can't let them Europeans control us like this, but we got to watch our language until we get our own. I mean, we got to watch our language. You know what I mean? With that being said, General, take us. Why did you choose to come out? Now, you sent me a whole bunch of communication today.
Oh, yeah. And there's a whole bunch more coming if you're willing.
Listen, you sent me enough communication. I couldn't keep up with you. I'm telling you.
Most people can't.
I couldn't keep up. You were just sending receipt after receipt after receipt. And let me tell you something. People say that you got to show and prove, et cetera, et cetera. I'm telling you, sister was bringing receipt after receipt after receipt. If I took time to show this stuff, you would be like, hold up, I get it, done, let's talk. And that's why we're talking here right now, because I'm telling you, the feed all day long. Sis, you were sending that all day long.
Right. So I want to say that I love my people. I got into the party to help my people. So I couldn't, with good conscience, watch someone repeatedly hurt my people and stay silent. I saw someone in the chat saying, why you was down so long and why speak out now and she better be careful. I know it's going to be a target on my back. That's why she and I stayed quiet for so long. And even amongst each other, we spoke for years. Like, what are we going to do? And I fell back. I was inactive for a while without having any scandal because I know what he's capable of. I know he set General Hudari up to be killed, and that was my baby. And we gonna get in that. But to sit here and invoke his name the other night when he came on, and to say that Ozzy Y was poisoned when he just had a heart attack and collect money that his family never got, the same way he did for General Hudari, to invoke the name of that baby Naeem and say he couldn't come because the baby took a turn from the worst, but has been brain dead since 2017. There's no turn from that but death, with all due respect. Don't keep using bullshit excuses after you have drugged somebody's name through the mud. I've seen him do it countless times. I saw him do it with Bruce Jones in Dallas. I saw him do it with Thomas Bradley in Raleigh, North Carolina. There are so many cities that we can't go in that are huge metropolitan Black areas where we need each other because of the shit he's done, that I could not stay silent tonight. I said something has to end, because if you'll sabotage your own people, you worse than the cracker.
But let me say this, sis, I need to cut your wisdom for a second, because you mentioned the name Bruce Jones, and you say he sabotaged Bruce Jones' name. You know what I'm saying?
And his wife.
And his wife. So guess who we got in the building tonight?
I sent him the link. Bring him on, bro. I done sent a couple of more people with receipts after receipts. I got receipts long as CBS. Y'all been to CBS, you know how they give you 5 feet of receipts? I got them all for days, baby. And this is with love. Because if I was real low down, I could send the dirt back.
Hold up, sis.
I'm sending this out of revolutionary love.
We coming with the heat. We got Bruce Jones. We ain't got Mike Jones. Bruce Jones.
That's my nigga.
Oh my goodness.
Who? Bruce Jones.
Hey, Bruce, I just had to say it because you know Mike Jones used to say Mike Jones, but we gonna flip it in 2021. Bruce Jones. What up, Bruce? What's happening, brother? Talking to us, brother. What's happening? What's going on?
Oh man, how you doing, man? Staying up and prayed up. After haters wait, doing my thing out here in D-Town.
We all pumped up in here. You stayed up and prayed.
I gotta keep it cool and copacetic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, brother, what is your experience with the regime? How did you come in contact with it? How long you been in the regime? Where are you from? Talk to us, brother.
Well, let me just start by saying this. I was a part of the Black Panther, Revolutionary Black Panther Party back in 2016. He made me Minister of Defense. I was like third in command under Hudari, Mpinduzi, and we had a dude out there in Tallahassee. He was at Florida A&M, I believe. It was us three, and then I was a general over the Dallas section, the Dallas section of it. So yeah, I came in contact with the regime through actually it was I can never remember this dude's name, but he hit me on to him, and my wife was like, do it. And I joined because I believe in what was going on. I believe in giving back to our people. I believe in educating our people. I believe in protecting our queens. The basis of what he started me on, that's the reason why I joined. But yeah, when I got in, I didn't know I would be involved in a bunch of mess. You know what I mean? I guess things took a turn for me in the worst, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Let me gonna just put this out here real quick. Things that went down in Milwaukee, and I'm gonna just say this state because I got a lot of love out there in Milwaukee. Things that went down in Milwaukee, I was one of the ones that told him, let's do damage control. So I told him, if he let me know the truth.
No, you gotta tell him what you mean, though. You gotta tell him what you mean. They don't know what you mean. You mean when Chief kicked that girl in the stomach?
Yeah,
damage control for that?
What?
Okay, tell that.
Yeah, see, this is what happened. Okay, Chief was supposed to be talking to this chick down there. This is what his MODs know. You get what I'm saying? When he went down there, he was supposed to go down there on the recruitment trail. You know, go visit the Milwaukee chapter, because they had got so big they was hooking up with the NEC. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know, that's the new era of Chicago. So they was getting plugged in, so he go down there. But he was liking on one of the queens down there. Behind closed doors, he was trying to make one of the queens his wife.
his
this
other
is
wife.
what this is
Fourth.
the mess that was going on. Yeah, this was the mess that was going on behind closed doors. This is all the things that we knew about. So we was like, okay, bro, do what you do. You know, grown men do what grown men do. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, we was told that somebody played a part in calling his wife down there, being messy. Um, by the time his wife got down there, things got heated. All of a sudden, he's no longer liking the girl. Now he's calling her all out of name. She did. She liked it on me. He bashing on her. So by this time, this is before he even get on the show with the shit. This is what made me stop fucking with him. I mean, excuse my French, made me stop messing with him. So he bashing the girl. He calling her out of name. He saying this and that and the other. So by the time it got to the MODs, we was all like, what we gonna do next? We tell Chief, keep quiet, don't say nothing. We got to do damage control so we can handle this in-house. We don't need the public knowing. The next move Chief do is he go to the radio station. Not just any radio station, but this is a radio station that's known in Milwaukee. He goes to the radio station and he calls this girl out her name on the radio station. Now, I don't know what Chief did. I can only go by speculation at this point. I'm only protecting the party. I didn't really care at the time. So I told him, I say, man, look, we're gonna handle this in-house. Only thing you have to do is tell me the truth of everything that's going on so we can clean this up. We don't need, because what we represented before we went down there is we protect the people, we feed the people, and we give the people knowledge. So that's all we was feeding the people. You coming down here and you bashing on them, and then you go on national, you go on one of the radio stations down there, and then you exercise your right to, not only did you not apologize, but you went even harder on the girl. I'm talking about he calling her, oh, if this, if that, she ain't nothing but an H and all this and that and other. So I told him, I say, man, look, if you don't tell me the truth, bro, I'm walking. Because I can't stand behind you. Behind this, because yeah, I get, people do things, but we wanted to do a tribunal with the chief and bring it to in-house. We didn't want that to get our house. But he kept lying to me. He kept telling me that I was foolish, all of this, and I don't know what I'm talking about. This girl, a H, and all of this and that and the other. Now, this is already before we kind of look over the fact that the situation in St. Louis happened, and all of this. This is the time where he was asking for $4 million from the laws. You know what I'm saying? We still on heat. We got heat on us from St. Louis coming down on us like it ain't nothing. Man, we had people taking pictures of us in buildings and they sent us the screenshots. You get what I'm saying? He had people clocking us. Man, it was so many police surrounding us in St. Louis. We never got a chance to see our fallen comrade. We only seen his mama one time. The whole time. So, yeah, after I told him I was going to leave, soon as I left, I became an agent. I became a suspect. And let me tell you this, out here in Dallas, Texas, I'm 36 years old out here in Dallas, Texas, and I'm not saying this to say that I'm the biggest man in the world, but people know who I am out here. And they know anything
Tell him he put a head
that I
out
say,
on you, bro.
and yeah, he tried it, but like I told him, he could show up at my front door. He knew where I stayed at. You know what I'm saying? I have no problems with putting my face out there. Why? Because I told him from the jump, you want to put something on my name, everybody over here know who I am. Won't you come down here and say it in front of my people? Because I give you the stage. I got a stage out here. I do my own thing. My stage is all right. I ain't saying I got thousands of followers, but I got enough to where they can hear what he's saying. So I called him out instead of him. Respect. Oh, and by the way, respect to you, brother, for doing that. Because like I said to my wife, any grown man that bring his woman out there to play in the street with another grown man need to be dealt with. And like I told him, I put my face over here before I put my queen face on her. You get what I'm saying? He sent his wife out here to play in the street. I'm a grown man. You get what I'm saying? Just like on the chessboard, you keep letting them play out here, he's gonna get hit. Like you had no wrongdoing in what you did. I feel like you did the right thing, and if they feel some type of way, what they gonna do? Because he ain't gonna never call you. We had to deal with this on a daily basis for about a year straight. We had to deal with the fact that niggas was calling my phone for no reason. Niggas threatening me. Look, you can't threaten me with jail. I done been there, done that. We got rap sheets on that. For anybody want to know who I am, go check me out. It's Bruce Jones. I'm everywhere. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't stand for what that went down. I don't. I don't stand for men beating on our women. I don't stand for men lying about it. If you're gonna be a woman beater, stand on your shit. I mean, excuse my friend, stand on what you believe in. Don't hide behind a woman. And what he did yesterday when the queen, and I get that your sister now, but what he did was he let a grown woman come out here and play in the street with some men. That was a grown man on there. There was two men talking. And your wife come out here playing in the street with us. All right, I tell you what, just like the man said off in the comment section below.
I can't
Yes, we do. We do a lot. We do a lot of research. A lot of research. So we know what we talking about. They shut my page down. My other page, I had to get another Facebook page. You get what I'm saying? Come on, man. This dude going around doing what he want to do. If he would, like I told him, come to Dallas, Texas. I'll stay at a dead end. It's one way in, one way out. We grown men. You keep sending your phonies to talk to me. You can talk to me like a grown man. All this self-defense, I don't know. I don't know no self-defense. I just know hood tactics. And I don't and not to let nobody push me down. So I'm not saying that as a threat. I'm not saying that, but this man has been a nuisance in my family for a year straight. We had to deal with him. He stole money from the party. He stole money from people. As a matter of fact, General Hudari, RIP to my boy Angelo Brown, RIP to him. They said that Angelo Brown was shooting back at the police officer. He sent the queen the autopsy. We all had the autopsy. The entry point was at the top of his head and the exit was at the behind his ear. They executed my boy. They executed him. And he had the right to tell us that they were shooting. He was shooting. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't care about all that. I'm a real person too. I'm a real person. He dealing with people's lives. That man, Jamal ain't did nothing to that man. He steady coming at Jamal. For what? For what? If he COINTELPRO, and I'm saying this to say that, if he a COINTELPRO, we don't find that just like we finding our chief of COINTELPRO. He got his doctor's degree from Africa in a school in Africa. And the school in Africa don't even exist. So you tell me, is he really a doctor? Let him put that in front of the white folks. What about, let's talk about the Black Power awards assembly that he went to. Why every black organization that was downside on him, he ain't even get an award. Had us out there looking bad. Everybody telling us that this dude faulty. Everybody telling us, but we want to stand behind something that's strong. I get it. We want to stand behind something that holds relevance, and I get it. But when you find out that the person that's leading you is the one that's after your woman, the one that's after your money, the one that's after, he tried to target all the handsome men in the party. For what? Come on, man. Man, I commend you for this. I really do. I appreciate you for standing on truth, because that's all I stand on. You hear me?
So, brother, let me ask you this. Let me ask you before I bring the general back in. Brother, the sister mentioned, that you was targeted, and I'm gonna just use the term targeted. You know what I'm saying? But we know what we're talking about. But it's not the first time that I heard that in the past week, that when you go up against or separate yourself, you've become targeted as an agent, or even targeted to be removed. You know what I'm saying? Expired. You know what I'm saying? So with you coming on the show tonight, now I can already feel your energy that it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's whatever. But you coming on the show tonight, it's a lot of people out there that still have caution, want to move in caution. You know what I'm saying? How do they get their voice heard? Because a lot of people, believe it or not, they want to speak. I say this, family, I got to do this. I got to do it. I be knowing more than what I put out. I'm going to tell you right now, because I want people to try to put themselves in a place where they can either say, look, my bad, or they're going to throw themselves under the bus. I literally had a sister cry to me and say that she was scared. I had a sister cry to me and said that she was scared to say anything. She said, I send you all the information, but you know, what about me? You know, how do sisters deal with that? They holding this stuff in.
They need to find more brothers like me. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna stick to what it is, or hook up with Jamal. Because at the end of the day, if you keep quiet about something, then how the next person gonna realize they running into a big wall? So I would say, please reach out to those who are blowing the whistle, or however you want to put it. Reach out to because you don't feel fear when you got other people that think like you, feel like you, understand like you, they see where you coming from. The fear factor goes out the window. You dig what I'm saying? So I would, me personally, I dealt with enough life that his tactics don't fear me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still doing my thing
And
out here.
how do you feel about, I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but you can carry on. How do you feel? I want to add this to it while we got the general in here too. How do you also feel about that they're trying to put out there that this is a smear campaign while he is going through the situation with his son? Because I'm getting a lot of these messages. This ain't right. Why are you doing this? He's going through this with his son is getting worse. What are you doing?
Man, let me tell you something.
I need both of y'all to speak on that, because my thing is that
I got the perfect answer for that. So
I just want to say my thing is that when he called out the brother name, his son was in a coma. And I don't want to keep invoking his son name, but I'm just saying
I need to speak. So check this out.
Hold up, sis. He spoke the brother Jamal name while his son was in a coma and have been in a coma for a long time. You understand what I'm saying? And he can't, once Jamal respond, bro, you invoke that man's name. And now you done open the Pandora's box. But people are sending me messages like, why are you doing this? I see victims. And so I just open my platform up.
Do you want me to speak first? It ain't gonna take that long.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove. Go ahead, brother. Y'all take it away.
Go ahead.
Check this out. When you've done so much bad in your life, and it's time for you to start reaching for I mean, I get it. Nobody's talking bad about his son. I would never wish that on my worst enemy. Hell, I don't even wish that on the dead dog, let alone a person that's supposed to be like this. But at the time that you spoke on another man's name, this is what's going on in your life. So do you actually think he's thinking about his son? So I asked the people that is involved in this, or saying that, what's going on, or why you doing this. I asked you, how would you feel if you spent your last $75 in something that you believe in, and the only thing that's being done with it is he's paying for hotel rooms with hookers or men? What about if you find out that he put your name so messed up in the dirt, you and your family gotta watch out back weeks at a time because he's sending people at your front door? So I say this: I don't wish nothing on nobody, but karma is really bad. It is. It's really bad. And for you to speak on another man's name while your son is in a coma, that shows you as a person, not us. We ain't wrong. You're wrong. You should have been out from there thinking about your son or thinking about your mom. You should have been thinking about your wife before you let her come out in these streets with these grown men. You should have been thinking about your whole well-being when before this happened. You should have been thinking about that. So I ask the people that's asking and saying these things, ask yourself this question. Would I do the same? Would I be mad if somebody called me out my name? Because in the black community, this is a black activist. This ain't no, he's not no nobody in Milwaukee. He's somebody. So he gonna have to speak up on his name, regardless of what's going on in Ali's position. So I asked y'all, and I'm gonna leave it at this. I asked y'all, put yourself in his shoes, and what would you do if somebody called you a snitch and a homosexual? And then on top of that, and you COINTELPRO. So that's what I got to say about that.
All right. Can I speak? Can y'all hear me?
Done. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so when you've been in the party as long as I have, I remember when Naeem was born. Okay, that's his son. I loved Amina. I loved Ali like they were family. So when this baby had this accident in 2017, it was devastating. He, at the hospital, was declared brain dead. The hospital wanted to take him off of the ventilator. Ali asked us all to call and write letters to oppose what the hospital was asking for. We all followed suit. They brought him home. After all that paperwork, hospital is not going to take him back. So for him to use that baby to say he took a turn for the worse and couldn't come in, what is worse than brain dead? I mean, that's what respect I'm saying. And understand that when I say it takes a village, I mean that shit. I got a baby. So when Naeem drowned, which we need to question that whole situation too, but when you have 26 children, I'm sure it's hard to keep an eye on all of them. But it hit me like it was my baby because I remember when he was born and because I love Amina and because I love Ali, Charles. That shit hurt like it was mine. When I say be a part of my village, I mean that shit. I'm not in this shit for kicks. I know it's a trend to be woke. I've been doing this shit for years. I loved that baby. So for him to sit here and invoke his own child's name, now this is on the heels of within a month of that time, he had apparently got arrested and had other nationals calling us talking about he's being held without bond, so we're getting up money. Like, did you even hear what you just said? If he's being held without bond, why are we getting up money? That doesn't make sense. This is also on the heels of him saying that one of his daughters is one of the missing 5 DC girls. How are we RBPP and not searching for her? Why do your children and you always befall the most tragic of events? Why does it keep happening to you? You know, and it just is insane. The stories and the bullshit and how many children are involved in getting hurt. And for me, in Valdosta, Georgia, y'all can look it up in the Valdosta Times. If you give me just a second, I'll tell you the date that it was in the newspaper. When they were down there shouting Black power, yellow power, white power, that was it for me. I don't give a damn who you are, what you've done. That was a wrap for me. It ain't no white power, never in my vocabulary. It was reported in the news. I can screenshot it and put it in the chat, whatever you need. But don't you never in your life fix your mouth and say white power when I know what this party was built on. See, I'm one of the few people from Alabama. The Panther Party started in Lowndes County, Alabama, so I feel a certain responsibility to hold it on my back for my people. You understand? This is not a game to me. I do this for real in real life. And when you have little girls calling me because I'm conflict resolution talking about his wife said she's going to beat me up, or he refused to wear a condom with me, or I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm scared. Really, at this point, I just have to say enough is enough. I personally ran a background check. That shit's $1.99. If you have any doubts, run it. You know his real name. They've been telling you all night. Charles Hubert Higgs. Run it. I can put the link in the thing that shows you he's an agent and how much he gets paid by the government. And that shit hurt my heart because I love his babies. I love him, and I believe every word he said for 7 years. I don't got no reason to lie. I didn't fuck him. I ain't tried to fuck him because I've been married for 11 years, been with the same man for 15 years. I'm not one of these little girls on his dick. I went to school. I did this because I love us. I didn't do this for no accolades for no nigga. You understand?
Sis, you gonna get the whole.
This shit is wrong.
Sis, you gotta watch your language. We gotta watch our language.
This shit is wrong. It's hard when I see little girls. Oh, that's what I meant to say. And he dates little girls who have degrees in nursing so he can get round the clock care for that baby that's at home that he refuses to bury, and has some other kids watch that baby sit there for a year and a half, 2 years. So he dates little girls who already have nursing degrees so he don't have to pay for no nurse. Y'all don't know that that's the third nurse under the age of 21. Y'all don't know what I know. So as much as I admired and looked up, I'm 5'10", so I didn't physically look up to him. But as much as I admired his word, to hear woman after woman after girl after girl after girl after dude after girl say, he lied on me, he lied to me, running up, having girls rent cars from him that he never takes back, 4 or 5 different charges about grand theft auto from women whose credit is shot to thousands of dollars because this nigga won't take the car back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this too. To be a part of the Panther Party, and I'm from Alabama, I told y'all that, you have to understand the power of Jim Crow and what that did and what the Montgomery bus boycott was like. He's not even from the States, he's from the Caribbean. So you don't have that same ingrained feeling of dogs being sick on people and hoses. He don't have that in his history. That shit don't hurt him when he see that shit the way it do us. You know what I'm saying? My granddaddy actually donated the lumber that built the barracks for the Tuskegee Airmen. I'm from Alabama. Like, that history is in me. My grandparents were activists. Like, I do this shit for real. Somebody whose bloodline isn't connected to that doesn't really understand that struggle the same way we do. So we have to question that as well. So I've seen a lot. I know a lot. I hope that you bring Thomas Bradley in. I hope that you bring Malika in. I hope that you bring Asada Shakur in. I hope you bring his wife that lives in Ethiopia and the wife that lives in Jamaica in, and Dr. Mayat. And I hope you bring all these women in because they can give you firsthand accounts. What I was told that person, I can tell you whether or not that's what they said at the time was accurate.
Indeed. So I see people giving out this link, man. Y'all trying to y'all try to give the brother the business, man. You gotta let him breathe a little bit. And breathe a little bit, Dr. Ali. Breathe, Dr. Ali. I see we got Mentu Rahotep. Who is that? Who is Mentu Rahotep?
So that's Thomas T.L. Bradley. He was the general out of Raleigh, North Carolina, who was ostracized and labeled an op by Ali. But this brother was growing food, was doing the work, had several businesses, teaching brothers how to work the stock market. Just a solid brother. And I sent you the screenshots of how he told us that, you know, it's okay to slam this brother's name.
Okay, that's the brother. So let's get to him, and then we go get around for everybody. See, this is what I was telling people. This is heavy. This is heavy. With that being said, salute, Mentu, man. This let me say this before I let my brother come in, man. This is actually sad, and this is a testament to the state that we're in. Moorish World TV has become a platform where we get to put the mirror in our face and see ourselves. As an organization, as a group of people, as a community, as a neighborhood, we should be looking at this mirror and thinking like, man, we got to do better. Like, we need, from what I've heard from Bruce Jones, we need Bruce Jones to be the leader. You know what I'm saying? We need Sis to be the leader. You know what I'm saying? We need leaders like that with integrity. We need leaders that is going to stand up and say, you know what? against all odds, we're gonna do what's right because it's right, not because I'm your buddy, I'm your friend. You're gonna do it because it's right. If my mama ain't right, mama gonna have to hear what's right. That's it. And we should be able to look at this. And I don't think we should be down. I don't think we should be down in the dump, so to say, because these types of things has happened. They has happened, but tomorrow can be better. Tomorrow can be better, but we need to put a nail in the coffin of this madness because guess what? I'm not a militia person. I tell people all the time, all I know is sideways. I hit every target that ain't even a target. But some of y'all got training. We need that, and we need y'all in more ways than what people really understand. But listen to Bruce Jones when he talk about his wife, when he talk about family. You never put your family out front. And many times in the last few days, it's always been a woman reach out to me to defend Ali. Ali hasn't called me one time. His wife reached out to me. Sister Crystal reached out to me. But he haven't called me one time. I think that speaks volume. And just from a man myself, my wife ain't got to say nothing to no man. Never. Never. I don't care if she want to. Baby. I got this one here. That's it. But with that, I got Montu Rahotep. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, I'm doing well, brother. Hey, just give me 1 second. I'm driving this truck, man. I'm trying to get myself in position so I can speak to you.
Okay, for sure. But Bruce, you got anything you else want to add, brother?
Yeah, only thing I want to say is, man, I pray and hope that he didn't have nothing to do with my boy Angelo Brown, man, because that was a good brother. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say I'm speaking for him because he got a family that speak just well for him. You know what I mean? And for us to be dealing with a situation like this as a people, I ain't gonna say what we need. I'm gonna just say what I can offer. You know what I'm saying? And what I can offer is I have a lot of understanding. That situation taught me how to move different. You get what I'm saying? Because people can literally lie to you to your face and hold a straight face, take your money, and all in the name of black power or all in the name of whatever the fad at the time. That's, to me, I feel like we gotta. And what I was saying to my wife, I'm trying to find the words to say this. You get what I'm saying? That's the reason why I paused. But what I'm trying to say is, I try to lead by example. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna say black power, then I have to relay that. You get what I'm saying? And I'm talking about all aspects. You get what I'm saying? So it's not just black power, I know how to fight. It's black power, I know how to get a business. It's black power, I know how to make an LLC. It's black power, I know how to put my people into a position to win. Not black power, I'm trying to ride the wave. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it look cool because I love black and white. If y'all can tell, I got on black and white. You know what I'm saying? I love it. But at the end of the day, that ain't paying no bill. I'm paying somebody else's bill. I wanna teach my people how to pay their own bills. You get what I'm saying? How to get it out the mud. I ain't talking about going to go cut no doors. I'm talking about learning how to structure a business. Learn how to structure your family. Or teach your son how to be out here. You know what I'm saying? Like how you said, now man, I will never send my wife in there to play with now, man, at all. Any man call my wife anytime. If it's a grown man and it's a problem, because my wife run my business. That's the one that answers the phone. But when it's a problem, give me the phone. No, you give me the phone. Give me his number. You know what I'm saying? Tell him, direct him to Bruce Jones. I got it. I got this. No woman should have to speak for no man. And for him to do that shows a lot about his character, shows a lot about his leadership. He don't even want to take the bullet for his people. I was willing to lay on that bush. I was literally willing to put our name out there to clean his mess up. So it ain't the fact that, you know, we lost. I think we just want to be down. So some of us, and not all of us, I take it back. Some of us want to be a part of something so bad to the point to where we allow ourselves to follow people like him. Because I'll be the first one to say that it happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I follow dude without the proper knowledge of the dude. You get what I'm saying? And knowing that I'm supposed to do my research. So I'll be the one to say, yeah, that's my fault. You get what I'm saying? That's my fault.
That's that real talk right there. You know, that's that real talk right there. You know, because I'm a leader in my community. I mean, official leader in my community, and I will always say, listen, Dad, if I'm wrong, I got to own that. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be wrong tomorrow because I'm gonna recognize that wrong today.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Tomorrow. Period. And ain't nothing you gonna do make me feel bad about being wrong. That only make us strong. Once you acknowledge you're wrong. So with that being said, Montu is I said I'm thinking about my brother Montu. Shout out to Montu. I hope you watching tonight. He own a bookstore in DC and at the flea market here in Baltimore. But Montu,
Yes,
you got the floor, my brother.
Hey man, for one, man, appreciate everybody, man. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to stand before the people, man. All right, man. This situation, man, is crazy, man. The main reason why I'm sitting here reaching out is because I reached out to you earlier. It's because the general sister Tiffany, she reached out to me and said that I should come to speak my story to the people. In 2018, 2017, 2018, I joined the Revolutionary Black Panther Party in Raleigh, North Carolina, brought it here. I've been an active, leader in the community, man, just doing everything from feeding. Can you hear me? All right, just being an active leader in my community in Raleigh, North Carolina, just doing everything from stocks to, teaching people how to do business, getting into the political game and everything like that, man. So when I ran into Dr. Ali, or Brother Ali, whatever you want to call him, when I ran into him, I looked up the Revolutionary Black Panther Party on the internet, and because I was looking for something to bring to Raleigh, North Carolina, to pretty much help uplift the consciousness of my people in the city. So I was looking for different organizations, like I say, on the internet, that I could bring to the city to help. I ran across, like I said, the Revolutionary Black Panther Party site. From what I saw, I definitely thought that the brother was that he cared about our people, and he was pretty much like kind of like a modern day Fred Hampton. That's how I looked at him. I also heard about them when they came to Wilmington, North Carolina, to do the armed protest, the tribunal. I heard about that, so that was some of the things that kind of attracted me to the party. Once I became a part of the party, went to work immediately. Start feeding the people. The city started getting behind me on that. I mean, it was going good. We got to the point to where we was doing so good, man, that the homeless shelter in the city reached out to us, and they wanted us to start feeding the people. Immediately, like the next day, we let him know about the good news. Immediately, like the next day, we got a call from the homeless shelter saying that that we couldn't come feed the people. As the general, I was upset because I'm thinking that one of my fellow comrades had messed up that opportunity for us to be able to help the community. Now that I look back, I definitely see that he had a hand in messing that up. I don't even know really where to start with this brother, man. Like it's so much that I could say, man. Do you have any questions? You got any questions for me? I mean, it's a lot.
So, brother, do you think he intentionally sabotaged what y'all was doing? Is that what you're saying?
I believe so. With me looking back at it now, I don't see why he would do that. With him being, you know, the chief of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party, because that would kind of be helping him. But you know, when
Hold up, sis.
Say it again, sir.
Hold up. I'm gonna let her ask you in a second. I want you to finish your thought.
Okay, so like I said, at first I was very naive. You know, at first I definitely didn't think it was him. I thought, since we was, you know, just new to the movement, that, you know, one of my comrades may have made a mistake and may have done something that, you know, may have upset someone at the building, at the homeless shelter. But now that I look back and see some of the things that he's been doing all across the nation, I see now that he probably pretty much had a hand in it. I don't know for sure, but like I said, we was doing good, man. We was feeding the people every weekend. I mean, 200 or 300 people were coming every weekend, man, to the point we was moving so fast that he made Raleigh the national headquarters. And I mean, I was proud to be in that position, because a lot of people that's within Raleigh, North Carolina, they look at me as a leader. I used to be a former gang member, former gang leader with the Gangster Disciples, with the GDs in the city. A lot of people know me as just being a hothead in the city. You know, I used to be doing a lot of crazy things out in the city, man, and just tried to change my life. And now, you know, I just work, you know, all the time, man, just to sit here and just try to uplift our people, man. You know, one thing that's making this conversation very relevant is the movie Judas of the Black Messiah.
Yes, indeed, brother.
Yes, that's that movie. He is like the modern day Judas, man, for real, for real. Just seeing, like I said, his actions. I don't know 100% if he's an agent, like I said in the message that I sent to you earlier, because I haven't seen any type of documentation just showing that he's an actual agent, you know. But just to see the he had like a little pamphlet, he had like a little manual that explained everything to look for. Say that again, Queen.
Hold on, Queen. You gonna
I'll send it to you so you'll have it. Don't worry. You have it after the night.
He had a manual. One thing I can say about the brother, he's very intelligent. I can say he's very intelligent. And he will lure you in, you know what I'm saying, with his words, if you're not careful. And if you have a strong, he seems to target people who has a strong desire to help the community. And it seems like he'll make it seem like he really care for the people, you know, saying, to draw you in. But then it's like, once he see that you really care for the people, he'll try to break your spirit, you know. And one thing I saw, that's what he did with me, as far as he just saw my love for the people. He saw that's all I think about, you know. From when I wake up to when I go to sleep, I'm always thinking about how to better myself and how to better my community. And I think that when he saw that, he said, this brother is a problem.
So oh man, sis dropped out again. Before we move forward, Mo Black, you good over there? Make sure Mo Black, right? Because I don't want no trouble, man. Mo Black, give me the smoke, man. I don't want no trouble. We good, sis? You got anything you want to say before I bring another brother in?
Yeah, I want to say something too. Now, as far as the situation with back to this, because this is where it all started. This is where the shit came from. Him coming on the show, as far as General Yaziwa. And I got receipts. If you need them, I can send them to you. Me and General Yaziwa, we were close. Very close. Not sexually active, because of course he's in Cali and I'm in Tennessee, and I was too scared to get my black ass on the plane. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a country girl. Shit, all I know is gravel roads and shit. I ain't never been on no plane. I take the train, but I ain't getting on no plane. I'm just being honest with you. Okay, so, but this is the thing. Yaziwa died from a heart attack, okay? This is another one of Ali's tactics, saying that he's been poisoned and da-da-da-da-da. That shit ain't true. I speak with Yaziwa's wife every day, and I have receipts, okay? The man is not even having a burial. He is being cremated. His sister has come from Florida to Cali to cremate her brother. $2,500 cash. So wherever that money that he's raised, that money going in Ali pocket, baby. Cause we got receipts that he's supposed to have been out the house last year. Okay, we got receipts on that. We also got receipts that the lights are being disconnected. Okay, we got receipts on all this shit. We do our homework too. We do our homework too. Because he wronged us. So now it's our turn. I know it shouldn't be like that. But I mean, like, if we don't speak out on this shit, he gonna keep doing it to other people in the community. Real motherfucking warriors. Real warriors that's really for the people, man. The man giving us a bad fucking name. Grand Sheik, I'm sorry. I'm cursing again. I apologize. I'm sorry. I gotta work on it. I'm still working on it, okay? I'm working on it. I'm working on the tip. You know I'm working on the plan. You know how I am. Thomas, and another thing, let me say this. Let me say this to Thomas. Thomas, I apologize, man. I want to apologize to you. And you know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna put it out there, but I apologize. I really thought that I was following proper protocol. You understand me? Because this is how he used mind control, and this is how he manipulates, okay? I apologize, Thomas. I really do. I should have never did that because I actually gave him ammunition against you. And I apologize. Just can you accept my apology for that?
Yeah, I definitely.
It'll make me sleep better tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Hey,
it will. I'm serious.
Yeah, I definitely accept your apology.
You do?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I mean, just like
Don't start that, yes, ma'am. Shit, I'm still Mo, man. This me, Thomas. Don't do that, yes, ma'am.
You know how I am. But no, hey, one thing that I can say about y'all, about both of you sisters, is both of y'all are solid, man. And one thing that I know is just from studying the nature of man and woman. You know, the nature of the woman is to follow a man. So if the man is, exhibiting, some strength and some leadership and some guidance, the woman is going to follow him. So I don't hold anything against neither one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did what y'all want, saying that what y'all felt was right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was loyal to the brother until y'all saw otherwise. So it's all love.
Right.
So let me.
So I need to say something. I'm sorry. Please let me say this real quick. So everybody has been going in on the queen.
Hold up, Mo Black.
Please let me say this. You know
how the flow, sis. Come on. Mo Black, I appreciate you.
Okay,
sis.
check this out.
Sis ain't gonna let me. Sis, hold up.
We radical, Grand Sheik. I'm sorry, we some radical motherfuckers. That's why he got us on. That's why he had us on his team. You heard me. We some real man. When I tell you 10 toes down, Sheik, man, some real hitters. The man had some hitters on his squad, man. But he abused the privilege, bro. He abused that privilege, Sheik. You heard me. The man abused that shit. It's a rap for his ass now.
But this is what it is. I hope I see y'all when I go on tour. Take Moorish on TV on the road. I need some hitters on my team. Because they're going to be mad at me. But with that being said, I appreciate you, Mo Black. But let's get the general in here. She got a whole bunch to say. So again, I'm gonna step back for a second, and then I got another person that's in the wing waiting to come in. So right after you, General, I'm gonna bring in somebody else waiting in the wing. Come on,
Black Power, Demara.
Black Power, General Mo. You know I love you. So first of all, I just want to say to General Bruce and General Thomas, like I love y'all both, but it's been a lot of hate on sisters in leadership. What we're not gonna do is diminish the efforts of Sister Angela Davis and Sister Asada Shakur and Sister Crystal Muhammad. We're not gonna get on here and act like there weren't queens that were running Egypt for centuries. So yes, while I am the general for the Nashville chapter and hold 4 national titles, yes, I made my husband my deputy general. At home, I'm very submissive to my husband. But when it comes to this revolution, there is no sign of weakness for anyone, regardless of the gender, creed, religion, whatever. So what I'm not going to let y'all do is keep diminishing women in power in this party. Black Power. Continue.
Ain't nobody diminishing that. We just said that you don't send your woman out in the street with grown men. That's all I said. Because
She taller than him. She taller than him. Let that shit go. She taller than him. Let that shit go.
Look, Till, look, check this out. It don't matter.
I done seen her slap that nigga. I done seen her slap that nigga. She bad.
Do you see what we talking about then? How about you just fixing my point?
I'm just saying that we're all in this fight together. We're all in this fight together. And one thing that Ali did tell me is that you put certain people on the front lines. And the queen is the most important piece on the chessboard. You mentioned that earlier. That doesn't mean that she can't do anything. That means she moves in ways that the king can't. So don't diminish our power. We're in this fight together. Have you ever heard?
Hold up, sis.
Yes.
One at a time, Bruce. Let sister finish her thought, and then you follow up.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I got it.
Where?
All right, go ahead, sis.
I swear, 30 seconds. Okay. Have you ever seen how wolves travel? You know, men so often call themselves alpha males, but when wolves travel, there's an alpha wolf, and the alpha female wolf is right there at his neck because she knows that's the most sensitive part of his body. She protects his neck. She don't walk behind him. She protects his neck. And then they put the sick and the elderly in the middle, and they put the young in the back that can watch the back and get to them quickly. But there's always a system. But don't ever think that your queen is less than you because, baby, the strongest of kings, the most powerful of men were all born of a woman. So don't forget that.
Absolutely. And before Bruce Jones go, I just want to chime in with sis.
Can I say something? That goes back.
And I ain't drunk. And whoever watching this, I ain't drunk, boo-boo. I am straight. Please believe.
Hold up. We need the sisters to be in a position to reproduce us. That's what we need. And so we don't need the sisters to be in our position that we can handle from a physical perspective. Let us handle that. You are more dominant in other ways, but from a physical perspective, let us handle that. You know what I'm saying? And we play our position. We are one. We won. But from a physical perspective, let us handle that. Let me put the chokehold on them. Let me put the chokehold on them. You ain't got to do that. That's all.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Hey, man, my bad.
But let me see what sis got to say. See if she gonna smoke me out real quick. Go ahead, sis. General, come on, General.
If y'all was worried more about the party and getting things done for our people rather than fucking multiple bitches, we wouldn't have to sort it out. But I'm the one that's got to clean up y'all shit. I don't want to hear that.
That's why you here, sis. When we need you for that. See, we need you. There you go. But let me choke him out.
Hey, bro. Listen, I'm gonna say this. You get what I'm saying? And I love sis, bro. I really do. This is the reason why, because you see, she want to jump on the front line. All I was saying was, how is
I love you, baby. I still love you.
Till, check me out though. Listen to me though. But How this party gonna roll when both of us die in the front on the front line? How we gonna survive it?
You better get better aim. I ain't gonna
Listen,
die. Like I got good
listen,
aim. I'm gonna be straight.
I'm not saying
get,
I'm not
get
saying
your
you're gonna
shit
die,
together.
but what I'm saying is this: it's the reason why the king only moves one place and the queen is allowed to go everywhere, and the queen is most protected. It's always a reason for everything. So this is what I'm gonna just say to
You
that.
just
What you
proved my
told me?
point.
No, I'm finna
You
bring it
just
on
proved
home.
my
Let me
point.
let me bring it on
Hey,
home. No, let me bring it on home.
hey,
No,
I need to ask everybody a question, if y'all don't mind, man.
okay.
All right, so look, we understand that, saying the mission at hand, man,
I
and what's
love you.
going on, what's going on right here, right? So what do we do? What do we do now to move forward? Since we understand that this man is actually causing a
Listen,
lot of mischief.
men
Go ahead,
too,
bro.
men too.
Yes, sir.
I think, and I'm an outsider because I'm not a part of any chapter. I'm just the host of Moorish World TV show, and I'm the Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple of America. But within the ranks
Can
of
Thomas talk about how he almost got kidnapped?
hold up, yeah, absolutely, but hold on. Within the ranks of the Moorish Science Temple of America, we over the years have faced a lot of these same things, not to this degree, but a lot of cover up, a lot of misappropriation of what we stand for, a lot of misinformation. And so I've been working for the last few years to try to give the standard as to what it really is to be a Moorish American, you know what I mean, and be a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Somebody's going to have to do that same thing. Somebody's going to have to take charge, stand up, not ask for permission, and say, this is what it is. He's not there no more. Listen, anybody can tell you within the Moorish paradigm, I have disqualified so many people because they have misrepresented what we really stand for. And so
Right.
you disqualify them by saying, no, not no more. We it now. That's it. And
Right.
hey, and I'm not changing the name of the Moorish Science Temple of America. We the Moorish Science Temple of America. I don't care what the other people call themselves. And if you want to be the Revolutionary Black Panther Party and the spirit of the revolution is in that name, somebody got to step aside. The power is in the people.
Let me say this real quick before I ain't gonna. I'm just let me put this in perspective because this is what I was trying to bring on home, right? Us as men, if you just witness our queens, look at. I'm gonna just use this as an example. Look at what the queen just displayed to everybody on this site just now. And this is coming out of a black queen. And I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm saying that's what we are as men. If you really pay attention and see that she's a protector, I, I, I would never discredit that because I know how strong a black woman is. I was raised by one I was raised, and I'm gonna continue to be. But at the end of the day, you have to allow the men to do men things. And if we was to teach each other, like I learned from the uh what I learned from the Islamic faith is cleanliness. I didn't know it was that clean. You get what I'm saying? When I go to somebody's house, they have that faith. They want you to take your shoes off. They want you to come in. They want you to wash your hands. Right now, I didn't know that until I had got around a person in that faith. But we have to learn respect. We have to learn a lot of things before we can move forward in anything.
Hey,
Because
brother,
what we can do.
I got to answer this because this is my platform. Sister Crystal say, I asked my comrades to stand down and not battle tonight. The truth will stand. Sister Crystal, with all due respect, sis, are we defending Ali Muhammad, and what premises are we defending him? Why would somebody be standing up at a conversation like this? On what grounds are we defending Ali Muhammad? On what grounds? Can somebody come forth and defend Ali Muhammad and give us the receipts on what grounds? We're not talking about emotions. We're not talking about sensitivity. We're talking about what grounds, what receipts do we have to defend Ali Muhammad? Because there's not one person that came out on Jamal after he came on the show.
Man,
everybody came out on Ali Muhammed. Now, on what grounds, and I love you, sis, but I love the truth more. On what grounds? Sis, you don't have to defend yourself. You did nothing wrong. She says, I'm defending myself.
He did nothing. Exactly.
You supported him just like everybody on this panel supported him.
Supported him, exactly.
You did nothing wrong. Why do you think you did something wrong? You did
Nobody
the right
coming
thing. You are supposed to support your brother. You are supposed to be the protector, as Brother Bruce just said. You are supposed to. But at some point in time, we got to fall back and say, hold up, what am I fighting for? Is this my fight?
Why is she defending herself? If she's innocent, like what is she defending herself from?
To defend.
There's nothing to defend. Like, really, real talk.
Everybody on this panel tonight, at some point in time, supported Ali Muhammad. But at some point in time, they had to say, wait a minute, is this the right approach to revolution? And is he the right person to represent this approach to revolution? And should I be supporting this? At some time, you have to come to a decision. But we've been talking enough. This brother been waiting here patiently. I don't know who he is. He might be coming for my head. Don't come for the Grand Sheik head. I'm tired, Holistic Herb. You got some Holistic Herbs? Brother, send me over. Send me over, brother.
All of them know me. Further down, they know me.
So, brother.
They call me General.
Huh?
They used to call me General RT. They know me.
Well, so, brother, what do you have to say in the conversation?
I'm a grown man. I'm from Chicago. I don't talk about men behind their back, and a lot of people know me. I want to come on here when he on here because I didn't believe a lot of things that were told to me about.
Hey, family, if I pull y'all out, I want to give him the screen real quick, but I'll bring us all back in a minute because he's been patiently waiting, man. That's a true soldier and a gentleman, man, that can sit back and wait through all of us talking because we talk too much. So, brother, Holistic Herb, you got the floor, brother.
I just want to.
Hold up. My bad.
I want to come back on when you have him home because I talk to a man. But, you know, I like to deal with a man. I don't talk when they not there, but I sit back and all of them know me. I sit back a lot and I used to get calls in the middle of the night of childish shit. You know what I mean? And well, I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry about cussing on your platform. Childish things that about problems everywhere that the party went. And I was like, because Von Mays brought me to the party. You know what I mean? I went up to Milwaukee and a couple of guys from Chicago because I had some guys that had lost their children in the street. You know what I mean? And I come from a background. My family and I own mortuaries for over 85 years down in Arkansas. All of them know me, and I would be called and be put on these phone calls, and I'd be told a lot of things. But one thing Von told me, he said, you can't trust dude. Dude tried to get us to set you up and do this and that to you, and I didn't believe it because it's a lot of events that happened when I was around them that I didn't know who was suspect. You know what I'm saying? But now after watching all this, and I believe what Von said, and I just I got a lot that I could say, but I don't want to say it unless he around, that he's there. You know what I mean? Because I'm a man and I can defend myself. I ain't scared of nobody. You know, I don't got no problem with him, but I want him to tell me to my face if what Von said was true about trying to set me up. You know what I mean? Because they'll tell you, he used to call me and I wouldn't say nothing, I'd hang up because it was like kid stuff. I'm like, you're supposed to be helping the people, and everywhere, every city, it's something about some money, it's something about a woman, you know, and I ain't, they'd have me on the phone, I wouldn't say 2 words. You know what I mean? And then I get so tired of it, I'd hang up because I said, if this is what it's about, I don't want no prize of it because I was already doing work with New Era Chicago and I'm a part of the UNIA, you know what I mean, in Chicago. So I didn't need, you know, I just felt that we needed some strength because our children out there killing each other for nothing, and ain't nobody solving the murders. But I didn't get into it for the childishness and back and forth. So when they called me, I just fall off the phone calls, and all them people on there would say it. You know, they'll let you know that. You know, and the young man, he had told me about the dude in the corner, about him getting out the feds, and him was, you know, it was always the same kind of stuff. And after just these past couple of nights, I had to think in my mind, is what Vaughn said true? You know what I mean? And I want to ask him a couple more questions. You know what I mean? Why would he want me? Because he knew I could go anywhere in the city, anywhere. You know what I mean? And I got love everywhere in the city. You know what I mean? So I don't have to have no bodyguards going to the Mo's neighborhood, going to the Vice Lord's neighborhood, dealing with the Latin Kings. You know what I mean? And I live in a GD neighborhood with BDs, Mo's, and everything around us. You know what I mean? So he knew that. You know what I mean? He was able to come in and deal with New Era Chicago because of me. You know, and I'm looking now is because I'm a real person, and I got respect from the youngsters and everybody in the activist community in Chicago. You can reach out to them; they'll tell you. And my word means something. And I ain't with this. You know what I mean? And I know what community service is about. I know about all that. You know what I mean? And I'm in this for our people. I know about what that vaccine and the messenger RNA does. I'm not going to say that on your platform because I know that will get taken down. That's something very sensitive. You know what I mean? But this, you know, I just want to ask him to his face with Vaughn on, because I got all of inboxes too, but I don't do that. I'm a grown man. I like to sit down in front of somebody and talk to them. You know what I mean? I'm not good with the social media thing. You know what I mean? You know, I'm just on here for my people and trying to, you know, if I can't help them that way, you know, telling them some truth. And I see now that telling them truth, they won't allow that. So I'm gonna back up all the way. But what I'm saying is, I want to know, and I want to ask him, is what Vaughn said about him trying to get them to find somebody to set me up or try, because it wasn't gonna happen. You know what I mean? Because, you know, my family, we've been dealing with Black people in our communities for a long time. I grew up in a mortuary. He know that because we used to do scholarships for the kids. We sent Black kids to Spelman and everywhere, and he knew that. And he used to, you know, I even sent him to the funeral home to meet my family and the board, the scholarship board. We were going to donate some money to him until I saw what was really going on, and I backed up. And they'll tell you I backed up. You know what I mean? So I don't play with, you know, threats on my life and sneaky backbiting. You know what I mean? So I want him, Vaughn, Jamal, because all of them, Levita and them, they'll tell you about me. Everybody involved out here, they'll tell you I don't get in the kid stuff. We grown, and grown people do grown things. You know what I mean? I don't want to go back and forth. I want to deal with him. I want to ask him a question.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. Well, brother, you already know in this era of social media, I think at this point, bro, probably going to stand down. And I just encourage you, brother, just keep doing the work that you're doing. I know we call it the Mecca.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm open. We call it the Mecca, and I'll be there soon, man. Hopefully, I get to see you there. But man,
I'll be there. But you know, we don't have time as a people to be playing because they're not playing.
Absolutely.
And it's a full court press. Oh, if you don't see what happened in Texas, we don't have no emergency preparedness. If something happened, we don't have no water. We ain't got no food. We ain't got nothing of our own. We depending totally on the enemy. So while they playing with us, you know what I'm saying, and playing back and forth with our people, we don't need that.
Absolutely. And I think
there's no room for that.
And let me say, to your point, you know, this platform and most platforms, I would think, man, we should have more platforms that give people the voice to be able to hash out their differences. Because every time somebody whisper in this corner or that corner and this corner and that corner, that's how the infighting starts, and it never get resolved. But when we right here, everybody, you can see everybody's face. What is said is being said. Now, somebody got some explaining to do.
See, I understand how that can go. I'm from Chicago, so I see kids killing themselves every day, and over social media posts, and it's real. You from Baltimore, you know how it goes.
Absolutely.
And ain't nobody saying to these kids how they gonna look up to us in this type of you know.
Yeah, I don't think anybody on here said anything that was disrespectful. I think
I ain't talking about nobody on the platform.
yeah, but
I'm talking about in general.
Absolutely. That's why I don't like the cussing. I don't like the threatening. I don't like any of that, because what we want is the truth. That's it. That's all we want to get to. We want to get to the truth, and we want to see how we can move forward from this matter. We don't want to be here 2 weeks from now still talking about the misappropriation of leadership. We should be talking about how do we get past this, and now who's the chief? That's
well,
what
I'm you know what I'm saying? It's like everywhere that it was, every city, it was a problem. It was a problem with money. It was a problem with women. I ain't had time for that. That's not what I was about. You know, that wasn't what I was in it for. You know what I mean? I got the pamphlet that they talk about. He set out everything. You know what I mean? All of that. You know what I mean? I was supposed to be a general over and I looked at it and I was like, this is not what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Me and Jamal had words because of him. But Jamal kept reaching out like a man, and I said, man, you were right. I'm a man. I realize when I'm wrong, and I said, brother, you right. I'm seeing what you were saying, you know, because everybody ain't gonna tell the same lie. You know, I'm not from Chicago. I came to Chicago in the 90s when it was really rough. You know what I mean? So I had to survive in Chicago, and everybody knew who I was and what I was from. And for them to kill people that they grew up with and have respect for me, that tells you something. I'm not from Chicago. You know? I came to Chicago.
That's just got that feedback.
Yeah.
But let me say this. I want to say this to Sister Crystal Muhammad. You already know that I extend my platform to you. You can come on here anytime you want. I will fall back and the floor is yours for however long you want. That's the type of platform that I want to build. I don't want to build a one-sided platform. You know what I'm saying? I want to build a platform that gives both sides a voice and that the people decide what's real and what's not. Regardless of what story we covering. I don't care if we covering a playground being built. You know what I'm saying? If one person opposed the playground being built, then hey, let's talk to them and let's see why. And let the people decide what is more credible, what is more reasonable. But with that being said, before we wrap it up, and I want anybody to know that all you have to do is reach out to me. And if I think that it's you gotta understand, these brothers and sisters are from different parts of the country. This is a very relevant, this is real life for people's lives here in different parts of the country. This should have been talked about on an open forum. Should have been talked about. Many people could have been saved from some heartache and pain. And so I don't mind putting myself, I'm a fighter for real. So I put myself out there, you know, so we can get to some resolution. That's ultimately what we should be trying to get to. You follow with me? You holistic herb.
I didn't want to get in this, but when my mind got to wondering, was what, you know, I got text between, because I respect Von's work, you know, but I was also watching things, and you know, like everybody else say, you get to hear and chatter, and you see how different things go, and you back up. So I wasn't gonna say I'm gonna put all this out there, but like I would tell the chapter in Flint, I was like, y'all keep y'all money. What y'all get for y'all is for y'all in your community. Don't send it nowhere. If you do, that's on you. You know what I mean? And I told him that. You know, that's why I want to be in front of him. I want to talk to him, because some of the things that Von told me, you know what I mean? Is this real? You know what I mean? And now I'm thinking, did this man was he trying to get at me because he been in one of the houses? You know what I mean?
Man, listen, bro.
Hey,
He ain't gonna never come at you.
Him and his wife does stay at my house.
That smoke.
He ain't gonna never answer. He ain't gonna never answer you this today. Bro, I sat here and I gave him an open platform on I opened up my household just to find out the truth. I was gonna be behind them behind some bull. You get what I'm saying? So the thing about it ain't the fact that you being grown, we grown. But he ain't coming. He gonna send his wife. He gonna send a woman to do it. He's not coming, bro. So you gonna be sitting there waiting on that.
And all that. And I understand Jamal had to come because he was accused of something. And you know, I understand everybody being on here. You know, I'm just saying now because everybody know on here they know me. No, I just bagged up. They know I didn't. I wouldn't in it no more. I walked away, and I ain't have to because that's what we do. We watch the whole scene from where I come from because if you ain't listening and learning everything around you, you're gonna get got. So I pay attention, and I don't get in other people's business. I don't speak on other people's business. Long as it wasn't doing to me, and I didn't see him taking from nobody from because I heard everything. But I could tell you not to send no money, but if you send it, that's on you. You know what I mean? That's a real talk. I can tell you when I tell you something.
Oh my God!
So I stay out of people's business. But what I'm saying is, I was told, and I have a lot of inboxes. Everybody on here know that a lot of it I never responded to because I'm like this how kids act, and we supposed to be representing our community in a different light, and that ain't what I'm about. You know what I mean? I'm about the action, and everybody that know me know that. You can ask New Era Chicago. You can ask the UNIA division that I'm from. You can ask anybody in the street of Chicago. My word is what it is, and I ain't in the street, but they respect me for who I am. You know what I mean? And the thing is, if he was trying to get somebody to do something to me, I want to know, because I've got inboxes about things saying about Sister Crystal.
You know what I'm saying? The funny thing, that's the thing.
I don't get into the back and forth. I want to know what was said about me, and I want, like I told Jamal, I want Vaughn on the platform. I want Jamal. I want Brother Cleveland, because he my comrade. We was over there when we did our march with New Era Chicago, because the little girl that had filmed herself going live, her and her boyfriend, and they shot her up and shot her boyfriend and killed her baby. That's the day we was all over there, and they didn't show up until the march. The Milwaukee branch didn't show up until the march was over. That's when the Milwaukee branch came, and then they came out and a video was done. It was my president from the UNIA chapter. He was there, and everybody was taken off guard because it was Ascari. It was something about Ascari, and then they said that he had mentioned my name, and it's a video out there. And I'm like, well, he don't even know me. So he said, say something. I'm like, I said, we don't do this internet thing. I said, but if you know me and got something to say about me, you know what I mean? You can talk to me. I'm right around the corner from your mom's house right now. No. You know what I mean? So I was caught. Everybody was there. Was caught off guard. Brother Marua, everybody there. Because I'm like, this ain't what we do. We out west. We out here. We over here about a baby that's done got killed. You know what I mean? And we on some other stuff making videos. I didn't understand that. You know what I mean? Because New Era and Ascari had problems. But I wanna be on, and I want to be able to talk to him. I don't want to say anything about him and I want Vaughn to be on there because now I don't believe nothing that he said to me.
So let me ask you real quick before we bring Jamal in and we wrap it up. It's 12:01 on the East Coast, and we ain't going nowhere. We'll talk about this one again. I tell you, we got a couple people coming on Saturday. We're gonna keep it talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Until the people tell me to stop. You know what I'm saying? Or to the brother, I will first. For the next few days, I'm going to invite him on the show. I'm going to invite his wife on the show. I'm going to invite Crystal on the show. If they want to come on here, not to be browbeat, I would just ask everybody sit back and just listen. We don't got to say nothing. I think that's fair. We just sit back and listen. I sit back and listen. Everybody sit back and listen. See what you got to say. And then we move forward from there. And like Holistic Herb Paradise said, you know, he wanted to talk to him face to face. And then, you know, hey, brother, would you talk to Holistic Paradise face to face? Would you talk to such and such face to face? Bruce, would you talk to such and such face to face? But I say that's fair. We've been talking. I don't know. I don't have a horse in the race. I'm just the host of Moorish World TV show, and I'm gonna give you my principles. But at the end of the day, I think that's fair that everybody just fall back and let whoever want the floor, who is champion Ali's cause, and let's have the floor. Let us hear.
I just want to. I want to get something very clear. So I really want to be there with him on here. You know what I'm saying?
And that could come after that. But I think fair is fair. Bring him to the show, brother. I'm going to cut my camera and my mic off and let you have the floor. You and your wife and whoever. I think that's fair.
I seen that coward in his eyes face to face when I kicked him out of my city. He don't want that smoke with nobody. I called this man out to open tribunal. He called his Fed buddies up here on the first show I was on. They knocked. I got 2 internet. I run a business. I got 2 internet feeds. They was both knocked down. I had to go to a hotspot. So the last show, it wasn't nothing gonna happen. I had my IT guy come here. No lie, you can ask him. My IT guy was outside making sure they don't interrupt nothing. He told me it was about 37 attempted hacks into my system. All right, this how y'all gotta understand. This is real. This is real life. COINTELPRO. What's going on? This is real life. I laid it out detailed documentary style on this fool last night and only dropped about 20%. But this is a message from the elders. This is a message from the elders of the party. I got a message from elders out in Los Angeles and from Chicago where RT is at, okay? We are cleaning up the party. We are cleaning up the party. We are getting rid of all you operatives. We know who you are. Ali is not the only one. It's bigger fish to fry. We know who you are. We got paperwork. We got proof. So if y'all want to keep coming with this propaganda, keep trying to play our people, you want to keep trying to do this, it's over with, homie. Go to my Facebook page. I've been a quiet dude in the community, just trying to step for my community. All right, it's better, brothers. It's brothers is better at doing the social media thing than me. All right, it's like Von Mays. He do it all. He amazing at the work and the social media stuff. I'm not as good at the social media. I'm good at doing the work and being on these streets. Last night I left the show, and it was a queen who husband killed himself. I had to deal with. It was a sex trafficking situation we had to deal with. This is my life, man. I run a bit. I don't work for nobody. This is my life. This is what I do. I'm a Panther. This is my occupation. I don't have another job. This is what I do. And I'm giving a message to all you operatives, all you snitches, because at the end of the day, we have to go at the enemy. At the end of the day, they might put a black face in front of us, but we know the U.S. government has been plotting against us since the 60s, even before J. Edgar Hoover, and on to now. So we're saying that we are not using the same things we've used. You made the emotional outbursts that you see by certain individuals and the same tactics that you see by certain other groups. That is not what's really going on with the Black Panther Party. Notice I said the Black Panther Party. I didn't put any other name in front of that, and that's for a reason. And that's what I was told to say. And because I follow orders. The Black Panther Party. We never went anywhere. So when you hear people talking about, man, I don't know you, I don't say where you're from, that's because the situations we in, listen, anybody that's really connected to the party for real, you have orders. When Alli Muhammed came to Milwaukee, we already had things going on. He snuck in on a humble. He used Alli Muhammed is actually the name of another real Panther. That go to show you how deep this COINTEL thing worked, family. When I mentioned him to the elders, that's who they thought he was. But then when he showed up on camera and came here, they told me we don't know who that dude is.
Sound familiar? That was the Grandmaster J plot, trying to have people confuse him with Jam Master J.
Yeah,
the music game.
That's same.
They do the same plot.
Yep. Listen, we are going to train our people how to spot these operatives, how to spot. My fault, Grand Sheik, and thank you for the platform, Grand Sheik. Much love, much blessings to you, brother. We appreciate you. But the thing is this: we are not sitting here doing the same things that we did in the 60s. We're doing those things that work and better. We got brothers who are coders. Okay, we got brothers who are into the stock markets. We got brothers who are into martial arts, into the mixed martial arts. We got programs. I have former Packer Hall of Famer Leroy Butler getting down with our Build Our Youth program. Antonio Tarver, former trainer, getting down with that. We got, and this other names I ain't even gonna say. It ain't about the names. It's that we're gonna do the real work, and you're gonna see the real work getting done. All right, everybody can tell you I put my own money into this. We ain't scheming nobody for the money. People donate they can. They got an option to. It ain't about that. But we're going to clean up the name of the party. I promise you that. The name of the party is going to be cleaned up, and we're going to get rid of all these imposters, these false flaggers, these people who are trying to use our people. You have been warned. We have been warned. We know who you are currently acting. If any of you aspire to be that, we will take you down. I promise you we will take you down.
I want to say this before I got another brother that came in. I got to let him speak, and then I'll get everybody a few seconds to close out. But I want to say that family, if you listening and you on the receiving end of this message, only thing we trying to do is bring resolution so we can move forward. What was the original purpose of the Panthers is what we should be looking for. And I can say that because I relate to that from the Moorish Science Temple of America perspective. Many people never even heard of a Moor before Tahaka Bay. That's sad. That is sad. One of the first alternative religious organizations in America, founded in 1913. You understand what I'm saying? And many people don't even know what it is. We look like quacks before the public. And so as I'm cleaning up into the Moorish community so we can get a real balance of what a Moor is, not a dope dealer, not a gang member, not all of that old crazy kooky stuff, or right to travel, trying to get over on law, trying to do this and do that. No, it's about family, community, et cetera, et cetera. And so I fight that cause. So I relate to the fight right here. And this is why I always, on my platform, if you go through any of my videos, even before this topic, I've always left myself open that if someone want to challenge me, you can come right here and challenge me. You can even bring your own moderator. If I say something wrong, check me. But don't come up here filibustering. Bring some receipts, correct me. And if I'm wrong, I will apologize before the public, right where I made the statement. And so I understand the issues that the Panthers have, but we need the military wing, if you will, or the protective wing, the security force for people in the Moorish Science Temple of America, or even the Nation of Islam, or even the Hebrews, whatever. We need organized, disciplined brothers and sisters who ready to grab that thing, go bang, bang.
We have to realize that we moving into the age of Aquarius. We need to be spiritual, because Black people, as we should be, one with nature. That's the only way we're gonna win.
Absolutely.
If we don't get on that accord, we're gonna lose. 100,
brother. 100. And I'm gonna tell you, with that, let me bring in Talib. With that being said, family, y'all should be working towards a carbon-based diet. I'm gonna tell you, get right. But I don't know if Talib, now I've been bringing people in. Talib is going to go, and then we're going to pass it around, and we're going to get out of here. Get everybody like 2 minutes to close up. But I'm gonna tell you, Talib, the floor is yours. But I'm gonna tell you this right now, Talib, don't come for my head. It's late. And all I got to do is let one in that come for my head, and I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna take it to the chin, and I'm out.
Never.
There's a lot of information, a lot of heavy information, emotional information. Sister even dropped a few drops from her eye tonight. So this is a heavy conversation. People think it's a game, but this is people's lives that have been turned inside out and pulling it back together. So we should take this just as serious. Everybody want to be in my inbox saying, but this is a bad time, and this is bad time, and a comrade has fallen, and the brother baby, this and that, this is bad time. But what about the brothers that and sisters that was affected by some of these lives? You hearing people being saying, you hearing conversation like, man, somebody put something on my head. That ain't nothing to be playing about.
No, he did.
Shit, I heard that last night. I didn't even know that.
How we gonna play about that? But let me tell you something. That's a repeated thing that I've heard in the past week. That is, holistic ain't the first time I heard that. I've heard that multiple times in this past week. That's how the brother. With that being said,
I didn't believe it at first. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know if it was true, but now I'm thinking about it, and I want to ask you.
And I will say this again. The only reason I opened the platform for this conversation, not because of Jamal and what he presented, because I could care less. You know what I'm saying? I want resolution at the end. But I was bombarded. By messages from IG, from Facebook, and everybody that got my number or my email. They was finding a way to get in touch with me. Just bombarded, and it was just too many. And this is the one that really sealed the deal. I'm gonna give it to you $1. Here we go. It was a respectable Moorish American brother in Milwaukee that reached out to me. And he said to me, bro, Islam, bro, what's going on with bro on your platform? You know what I'm saying? And when a Moorish American reach out to me and we don't have a horse in a race, we don't have a horse in a race per se, you know what I mean? Because we all divided. We all in our own camps, the Moors, the Hebrews, Black Power, you know what I mean? And this platform ain't for that no more. We should all be together and play our position. But when the Moor reached out to me and I know the status of our people playing their own corners and calling their own little huddles, I'm like, bro. And the Moor was like, yeah, we had to put Ali out of our city. He said we had him in the temple. This is what the Moor told me. He said we had him in our temple, and this Moor is a thoroughbred. And when I mean thoroughbred, he the real deal. He said we had him in that temple, and we told him he had to leave. He's not welcome here.
Now look, he tried to hide. He abused the queen, so I kicked him out myself. I'm the last person he seen when he left the city. And I'm gonna tell you, man, when I saw that fear in his eyes, man, when I saw that fear in his eyes, how he was looking, all of that, all knew what time it was. As soon as he left, the ATF came to my house, the sister Gabby house, Vaughn house. We got hit up, got raided. It just was, I mean, it was crazy, man. Like, he is a coward. Like, this how you know he an agent. He had an AR-15. All I had on me was a handgun. He had an AR-15 and a handgun, and somebody else, his wife was with him, had a gun, and he still ran, knowing I was coming for blood.
And I want to say, I don't want it to appear to be that we circling the wagons, but I'm just telling you, it was real story. Because
he hid from the Moors. When the Moors told him, he hid in the General Levita come and tell you, he hid. He was hiding in her basement. So, and I knew he was there, so I went and got his ass out.
And then I'm just telling you, this is a respectable Moor. This ain't like just some random.
He is a real deal.
Moor. Right. I know his background. I know his pedigree.
He reached out to me.
He's a respectable Moor. So I gotta take it what it is. And let me repeat Todd Streets real quick. Todd Streets says, Sister Crystal, you don't have to defend yourself. This about Ali. And I want to repeat that to Sister Crystal Muhammad. Everyone in here defended Ali at one time and supported him at one time.
I could have went to jail. I knocked the Mason out. I didn't get to show that last night. I knocked the Mason out, and Bruce, brother, you remember that? We jumped that Mason in St. Louis that was hit swinging the car at us. Remember that? I hit him first, and then we all jumped him. Like I put my life on the line for this dude.
Oh yeah. I remember St. Louis like it was yesterday.
Yeah, we was in St. Louis. So like we ain't real to this dude at one time.
Let me get the floor to Talib real quick, family, and then we're gonna everyone take 2 minutes and we'll close out and we'll be back on Saturday. Brother Talib, the floor is yours, brother.
All right, cool. I mean, hold
up, my bad.
I spoke with Jamal. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, the floor is yours. I'm giving you the whole floor.
All right, cool. So I remember when this situation went down, especially what happened in Milwaukee. It was like right after what happened in Miami happened. And I spoke with Jamal, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to leave this shit alone. I'm good. You know, whatever. Whatever Ali does, he's going to get what he deserves, whatever the case is. And I've always been, you know, cautious of how our people look, especially quote unquote conscious community or Panthers or whatever the case is to not try to air our dirty laundry, especially when people don't know the situation. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at it, some of the comments too, and like people don't know the situation. They're saying things like, why can't black people just get along and we could work this out. But honestly, man, this guy, he's a predator. Like he is a straight predator. When I think about everything that he has done, like from city to city, from one place to another, like he is a genuine predator. And I'm not even talking about in a like a sexual manner, where he preys on women or anything. Like he preys on every single person. So for somebody like that, this situation has to happen. You know what I mean? Like it has to happen. Like information has to be shared where people now could go ahead and make up their own mind and know that, hey, you've been warned. So I just wanted to say that because, like I said, no matter what the situation, like when you're talking about somebody within the movement, it's always going to look crazy. It's always going to look like, why black people can't get along, or why quote unquote conscious people are supposed to be the vanguard of the revolution, that people are supposed to be on the front line. Like why they can't get along, why there's no unity. Well, the reason is because of people like that, people who takes advantage of people like he does. So with that being said, before Milwaukee, Ali was down here because this is where he's from. He's from Fort Lauderdale, or he lived in Fort Lauderdale for the longest. We had a chapter. This was about maybe 16 years ago. The same exact pattern of going from places to places, falling out with people, putting people in dangerous situations. Like I'm listening to these stories and I'm like, damn, it's like a broken record. Like the same thing, using people, messing up people's credit card, or putting people in a situation almost like a life-threatening situation, like, or smiling in your face, you know what I mean? Like hanging out with you, but talking behind your back, telling this person about you, or try to create division within his own party, within his own revolutionary vanguard, within his own group. I mean, like who does that? Like who creates that type of situation? Like just yesterday, I'm listening to Jamal. I didn't know about this whole hit that was put on me in like 2015, I think 2016, when Jamal was speaking with General Yang from Miami. Mind you, all this time, this man is around me. He's around my family. Like he's around me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and all this time. And then what's the craziest shit is, excuse me, the craziest stuff is that after that situation where the brother, I guess he saw who he was, and then they had a fallout. He called me and told me he was an agent, that the brother from Miami, he's an agent, that he has text messages, he has information that he's working for the FBI, that he's working for Miami PD, all this other stuff, to basically go and get him. So again, I know like we won't have time for tonight. What Jamal said yesterday, as far as this being a 10-part series of information to information, that's the straight truth. But because my name's been mentioned, a few times, I figured, you know what, let me go ahead and call in and try to give out a little bit more information. But I'm going to come back, and what I'm going to do is that I am going to give you guys the complete picture, because this started before Milwaukee. Like this started almost like 16 years ago, where him and I fall out, we start talking again, and so on and so on. And one of the reasons that he's apparently, like, he wanted to put a hit on my head or whatever the case is because I know all these information. Like I know all this shit, like all this dirt and everything that he's been trying to do or he's been accused of, and it's insane. So, but I know it's already late. You know, I'm not because we would have to be here until like 5 a.m. So I just wanted to jump in really quickly and validate every single thing that we heard tonight. Every single
And brother,
thing.
I definitely appreciate that. And I will be let me say this. I gotta say it one more time. This is the problem. Ali should be given equal airtime and be able to face his accuser. I already said he can have the platform to himself.
Bring him.
I already said that. Hold up, Jamal. Hold up. I already said that he can have the platform to himself. I already said that. So to continue to keep repeating that, just leave it. We don't know when to leave well enough alone. I already said I will give him the platform and fall back. There's no need to say anything else. Just take me up on the offer and leave well enough alone. That only makes sense. With that being said, we're about to close out. It's 12:23. I ain't never mean to go this long. But the general, Miss Bell, you Miss Bell right now. After 12 o'clock, you Miss Bell. All that old General Dahima and all that. I can't remember this stuff at this time.
I'm sure my estranged husband would love to hear you call me that. So that's it. So I just want to say thank y'all so much for having me. But if anybody is still wondering, unfortunately, I've had to humble myself and come to each and every one of these brothers on here and apologize because as conflict resolution, I was the last person who heard their side, and still, even after I knew that they were telling the truth, they were ousted and their name was defamed. So I've never met any of these brothers personally. They all have every reason in the world to hate me. But the fact that we're all telling the same story should really be an eye-opener for you. I've had to call each and every one of them and say, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I was duped. I believed in him. He told me to block you. He told me not to trust you, and I believed him. And I've had to come to each and every one of them and apologize. General RT, it's so good to see you.
Thank you. You too, sir.
Brother, you've always done the work, and I've always just admired you, and I haven't been able to get in touch with you for so long because of me still being affiliated with the party. But I just want to say that thank you for everything you've done. And at the same time, you brothers are being so diplomatic because I know for a fact, General RT, he had you poisoned. General Jamal, he sold you out to the feds. You know, General Thomas, he had you tried to have you kidnapped. General Bruce, he put money on your head. And y'all are being so diplomatic and not saying the same thing y'all all have in common is that the minute you disagreed with him, no matter how much work you had done, there was a target on your back. And when he says show receipts, that's the stuff y'all need to be talking about. And all I can say is I know for a fact General Jamal is not an agent. He's been there for me anytime I've called, more than new tonight. He might not be able to talk long. He may say, baby, I can't talk, I'm working, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But he'll always make sure I'm okay. That in and of itself speaks volumes for me, an only child who has no family. Like, he's my brother. He's my comrade. General RT, the same thing. I don't care where I was in the country. I called him because I had a domestic issue with my husband. He said, where are you? I'm coming. General Bruce and his wife were ready to drive from Dallas. And people like that who are ready to do the work. I spoke with General Thomas out of Raleigh today, and this brother was growing food, and the most revolutionary thing you can do is grow food. He's got a logistics company. He's teaching brothers how to play the stock market and ain't profiting from it at all. Meanwhile, this brother is asking you, Ali's asking for cash apps and don't send it to the family. That speaks volumes. Why are you doing this? Integrity is everything. And every brother that's been on here tonight, and General Mo, I'm going to include how the sister, all have integrity. And no matter how big the size of the target on our back tonight, we came here to stand in solidarity for Jamal. I've never been a part of Jamal's party, but he's helped me. He's helped other members. And that's how I know he's here for the people. You spoke volumes when you said that no one called in and said anything bad about Jamal. There's been a mountain of evidence against Ali. I don't have a dog in this race. I was still in good standings with RBPP. I ain't never had no baby by him, tried to date him, none of that. I've been happily married for 11 years, been together 15 years. I didn't need the fame, none of that shit. My daddy was a pro football player. I grew up with fame. I don't need that. I did this because I love us. You understand that? I love us. And Jamal is as solid as they come. So I didn't come here to bash Ali. I came here to be in favor of Jamal. So with that, I'm going to say thank you for the platform. Thank you for the time. I apologize to each and every brother on here. I just didn't know. And I've come to you personally and said that before tonight. It has nothing to do with this broadcast. Bruce, I didn't know, baby, but you and your wife have been solid. General RT, you are just absolutely the best. General Jamal, you know how I feel about you. You're the bee's knees. You're just cute and high yellow. You're just the Aldebarge of the art of the revolutionary game. You know, I love you. General Talib, you just always been super solid. You my boy. So I think the way that I represent myself the most is that I was never the one to thought myself out to the parties. I've always stood on my name and I've always been solid. So thank you for the platform. I love all of y'all. I hope y'all forgive me for my ignorance. But hindsight is 2020. Revolutionary love and black power, my family. Good night.
Sis, I appreciate you. And I still got to go through all that stuff. You sent me stuff. You sent me a whole 3-4 miles of information. I can't vet all that stuff.
I got video of him chanting white power. If y'all want to hit up my inbox, I'll forward it to you. I'll forward you his agent number.
Hey, sis, you know how much stuff you sent me today?
A book's worth. And that's how I knew I had to stand up. Like, it's just too much to ignore. If I ignored it, I'm complicit, and I can't do that.
Salute. Let me get my brother Bruce Jones in real quick. Bruce Jones, take 2 minutes real quick so we can get out of here, big bro. Hold up, you muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep, you good.
Man, what's the business? Man, it's a couple of familiar faces on here. I ain't seen it years since 2016. What's the business, Talib? What's the biz? How you feeling? Hey, man, I just want to say, man, if it's about truth don't need no help standing up. I'm a very firm believer in that. We all fall victim. Let me just say, not we all. Let's say I fall victim to a lot of things that ignorance bring about. But it's what you do after you fall determines what you can be. So I say that to say, man, I love the fact that when he was dealing with us, he was messing around with the wrong, because at the end of the day, we don't stand for it. And that's what I like for my kids to see. I like for my kids to see other black men other than they dad standing up for something other than himself. And it's to help. I love to see black men doing better for each other, teaching each other wealth, teaching each other how to move in this world, because like the brother next to me said, man, they not playing They ain't playing. They ain't. This world, the United States ain't set up like that. And what's so bad about it, we learned how to use the system and was able to combat with the system. We were able to survive. And that's the main focus point. Like the sister was saying, how can she get out from being scared? You see, it's 6 brothers of her, 6 of us. We all come from different backgrounds. I know for a fact we all talk different. I know I'm country. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we all stand for something that's real. And I want my kids to be able to survive this. I want my kids to be able to see that there's other strong brothers other than just me. And we ain't getting locked up. We gotta make this stuff move. My kids was proud to see me with an LLC. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm about. I can teach other kids how to get an LLC. You know, Ali didn't start nothing, but he brought us together. out of all that bullshit, out of all that BS that went on, I wouldn't know none of y'all. If it wasn't for somebody hitting my line and saying, hey, we gonna call at 9 o'clock tonight, 8 o'clock Central Time. Make sure you be in there. The only thing I didn't do is say I die for him. And I looked at my wife. When he said that part of the oath, I looked at my wife and I said, I bet you won't say it. You get what I'm saying? Say, we've been through a lot. We might not see each other, but real recognize real. And we ain't got to talk to each other to know, you know what I'm saying, that y'all okay. I talk to Jamal all the time. Say, man, my Facebook page is public. If y'all want to link up with me, y'all see my name. I go by the same name ever since I've been in there. Nobody fears me. Not even death. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, you got to be willing to step out on faith. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to step out on what you say. If you want to be a revolutionary, stand up on what you believe in. You got somebody that's gonna do it with you. And with that, I love y'all brothers for being out. Man, I love you, brother, the Moorish brother, for putting this platform together. This is a powerful thing. I ain't really on the cool. A lot of people might fault you for it. A lot of people might say it's messy, but like Talib say, you don't know what's going on. And on the cool, he had us going against our own people more than he had us going against people that was oppressing us. And that's what we speaking on. We can care less about the man. We care more about what he was damaging and how much of a damage he was doing in the lives of the people that was wanting to help. We wanted to help. He was willing to put a life on the line to help this man. So that being said, man, I salute every black king on this, because it take a real man to stand against a tyrant that supposedly have poor with a way suppressing situation. Do you dig what I'm saying? A lot of people can't live to tell a tale from that. A lot of people can't live to tell a tale from that. So I commend y'all. I hate that, and I hate that the fact that brother going through this shit. This thing with his son. I hope the king, the little prince, get better. I don't wish this on him, but his daddy made a bed that he got to lie in, and that's messed up. That's what I want to change. And with that, I resign. You did.
Indeed, my brother. I appreciate you. And so I just wanted to, I was putting up the our sister Crystal Muhammad comments because for some reason Crystal Muhammad thinks that I wronged her in some way, when in fact I only gave the brother that was accused of something a platform, and that opened up a can of worms. And whatever people say in the chat, I have no control over that. I can't watch 150 people in the chat. Over how many people we got now? We got about 400 people. Yeah, 387 people in the chat. I can't watch every comment. I can't try to critique every comment. This is social media. People will make comments. Some will be with you. Some will be against you. I have comments against me all the time. I don't respond to them. There's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. But when you become a public figure, you also got to take the good with the bad. You got to take the pats on the backs with the criticisms. It's all right. That comes with being a public figure. You can't blame Brother Tahaka Bey. You can't blame any brother or sister on this platform, and you surely can't blame the chat. They are on here to express their opinion or what they consider to be facts. And Sister Crystal, the floor and the platform is still open to you anytime you are ready. Period, point blank. And I will never interrupt you. But that doesn't mean that the comment section will agree with you all the time. They don't agree with me all the time. And I'm the host. It is what it is. Let me get my brother Holistic in to take us, give us 2 minutes, brother. I appreciate you, brother. But if you Holistic Her Paradise, brother, you need to message me or something, brother. We need you to do a show with us, brother.
Man, we got CMOS, Bladder, we got everything that.
I'm looking at your wall right there, brother. We need some of them lessons on here. We got plenty drama.
We got I really do this. I'm talking about down to the messenger RNA, but they won't allow what I'm going to put on there.
Hey, brother, we gotta take a chance, brother. We gotta codify it and take a chance until I build this thing on my
because I can shut your boy Unc up real fast.
Hey, bro, I need you on the show, bro. Not just to shut him up, but to wake us up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Brother, please.
People to kill themselves. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you leading your people like sheep to the slaughter, you need to erase that message that he's putting out.
Right.
Because he's literally leading our people like sheep to the slaughter.
You know, one of the good things about it, though, if you look at the comment section and you look at those who was listening, many people think he was talking outside of his neck.
Yeah.
But, brother, I would like to schedule a show with you, brother, so you can really give us the deeper dip. And I'm willing to take a risk. I think we got to codify a few things so we can get the whole message out. But I'm willing to take a risk to get this message out, bro.
Because we really doing this. We telling people to stockpile seeds. This is a survival pack, like a doomsday kick. It got 138 different seeds with medical herbs and everything in it. And black people need to be getting them because they're saying that they're out for months. But we got a stockpile of them. We trying to bring organic, fruits, vegetable, medical herbs to the urban community so we don't have to buy their food. Farmers market. You know what I'm saying? That's our mission. Because if you can't have a healthy nation, you're gonna fall. And that's what it's about. So I didn't get in this. I didn't join the party to front, make videos, none of that. We was already helping the people, giving backpacks to underprivileged kids when school start, feeding them, you know what I mean? Feeding the homeless. We was doing that, and I was wanting to push forward with that on a larger scale. I didn't come in the party for no drama, you know what I'm saying? Acting like, what you see on this reality show stuff. But Jamal does the work. The brother down here at the end. Yeah, he does the work. I know a few of them. I've seen them out there feeding people. You know what I mean? And when you got people that's doing that work, it shouldn't be no problems. And I didn't have a problem with Ali. I stepped back because I said if a grown person can't see for their own eyes and they keep going, and somebody say something to them, that's on them. But when I saw just so much, and then I got to thinking about what really happened to me. You know what I mean? And what Vaughn had told me and what Brother Jamal, it really made sense and everything was there clear because I never knew his real name. You know what I mean? And he's been to one of my houses, you know what I mean? And they stayed there with me. And I extended my love and respect to him. And for somebody to tell me that somebody was trying to set me up. And I work every day. I worked hard. I built the nuclear submarines. I've built the fighter jets. I've built the high-speed rail trains, me over the projects. I've built FedExes all over the United States over the projects, project manager, and I just decided to put my knowledge and my skill into our people. I've been a licensed film director since I was 19 years old. So I know the human body. I know it in and out.
Bro, I need you on the show, bro.
Our family's on mortuaries for over 85 years. We've been serving the black community. We're one of the most predominant black funeral families in the South. Everybody knows. My father used to be the president of the Black Funeral Directors Coalition.
I didn't even know that exists.
Yeah.
The Black Funeral Directors Coalition. Woo! I need to get my sound effects in. That deserves an applause right there. Hey, brother, I don't know. I guess I gotta reach out to Sis or something. Are you on Facebook?
I'm not on my Facebook channel. Got took down. I don't know what happened because I was posting about the vaccine. So I'm on YouTube, Holistic Herb Paradise, but I have I'll get my email in the thing that I was trying to come in with. I'll send you my email and my contact info.
Yeah, do that for me. Do that for me. Please do that for me. I need you on the show, because and we need that information like yesterday. So the moment you hit me up, we're gonna set it up.
Beyonce is she's a registered nurse. She's seasoned in holistic principle. I have a whole library of holistic herbs and getting our body in balance, one back with nature. and accessing what God gave us. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't do it if we're not right. You know, so that's what it's about. I'm gonna put it in there now.
All right, that'll work.
I'm done.
All right, I salute you, my brother, and I see you. I'm gonna reach out to you,
Jamal, and all the rest of you brothers, man. It's much love, man. No,
I'm gonna reach out to you tomorrow and set up a date, bro.
That'll work. That'll work.
That'll work. Peace and love. With that being said, let's get our brother Mentu. Give me 2 minutes, brother. I need everybody to give me 2 minutes so we can wrap it up. A powerful 2 minutes.
A powerful 2 minutes, man. Let's see, man. One thing I would just say, man, one thing that we need to understand is the time that we're living in. We're living in a time that we have to unite. You know, we're fighting a war on two fronts. You know, we're fighting the war of the Caucasian attacking us, and we're also fighting the war of us killing each other in our communities. Like I said, one big thing that we, you know, with the Judas of the Black Messiah, with that movie just coming out, and with this situation, like I say, it's very relevant, man, and we definitely need to look at this man as being a hindrance to our people, one who is, like I say, a modern day William O'Neill. I think this is something that, and I spoke to Brother Jamal once, man, maybe a few years ago, and he was the first one who actually put me on game as far as with the brother being an operative. Man, I've just listened to other people's stories, man, listening to other brothers' stories, and just seeing what happened. I was put in a situation, man, once I decided to leave the party. I mean, he put out so much information, man, that I was a child molester, that I was gay, that he also supposedly put a hit out, put money on my head. And, you know, to be honest with you, man, the things that he said about me, man, it really had me on some real get back. Because I feel like, you know, we've been dealing with this since the 60s. And we have not, it seems like we haven't learned from what transpired with the party, with the original party. And I feel like, you know, sooner or later, man, we're going to have to stand up, or we'll have to do something. We'll have to start getting rid of these brothers and sisters. I think, you know, as far as with the real men, a brother said something earlier, Brother Bruce, he said something earlier as far as with the sisters. One thing that I have seen as far as with, you know, just studying the history and looking at the party back in the day, the queens had a lot of, you know, they was the main soldiers. You know, the original Black Panther Party was 70% women. And it seems like, you know, it's more women that's standing up than us brothers right now. So, you know, we definitely need the sisters, the queens, to stand up, because as the most honorable Alli Muhammed teaches, the nation can rise no higher than this woman. So until our women rises up mentally and morally and in standards, that's the only way we really gonna rise up. And I feel like once I saw the thing the show last night, I had to defend my brother Jamal, man, because I see all the work that he's been doing out in the community, all over the nation. And I couldn't sit back, man, and just watch this man Ali, you know what I'm saying, tear this brother down, knowing what I know about him. You feel what I'm saying? So all I would say is, you know, anybody with the sister Crystal Muhammad, I will say this. Anybody who defends a person who is being exposed as an agent, if you're defending them, and you got to be with it, you got to be the same thing, because people all over the nation, you know, are coming out with the same type of information. And if you can't see that this man is working, I mean, you got to be doing the same thing. You got to be working with this man, you know. So all I could really say, man, is it looks bad for us as a people, because even though we saying that he's an op, or he's an agent, and then we, as far as with Brother Jamal, it's still bad on both ends, because our people are looking at it as, you know, that we can't unite. But at the same time, we can't unite. We can't unite with no ops, man. We can't unite. We can't keep allowing agents to come into our community, man, and kill our revolutionary leaders, man. And then we just sit back, man. We can't allow that. But I end with this, man. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. My Facebook name is Mentu Rahotep. My whole goal is just educating our people, liberating our people, man. If you're in Raleigh, North Carolina, if you're in North Carolina, period, you can link with me. There's another brother in Charlotte. He goes by the name on Facebook as Clark Kent. They have, they do the training on multiple levels. So, man, we just got to wake up, man. We got to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother said, we have to start eating right. I'm an herbalist as well. We have to start getting right physically, mentally, and spiritually. If we don't, we're gonna be lost during this time. And I definitely appreciate you, brother, for giving me this platform, man, to reach out. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Because prior to this, I didn't know much about your channel. But like I said, when I was strolling YouTube last night, man, it was about 2 or 3 in the morning, and when I saw Ali's picture, and it said who was the, and I saw brother Jamal, and I said, man, I got to hop on this, because I know this brother's he's misleading a lot of people, man. So hey, keep doing the work, bro.
Salute. Appreciate you, my brother. With that being said, we got my guy Talib Aziz. I'm saying it right?
Yeah, man. Like I said, I mean, really quickly, is what I said before. Like, I've always been cautious about this, how it plays out in the public, public forum, because we're supposed to be examples, of what unity is when it comes to Black people, right? Because we're the vanguards, we're people that's out there supposedly, try to change the situation Black people in. And when you get caught in a mess like this is like some love and hip hop type of situation, from people looking in the outside. But I just want other people to remember it is deeper than that. You know what I mean? Because we were talking about people's lives, people being killed, putting hit out on people, messing up people's family, and all those other stuff. So there was no other way or no other no other avenue to deal with it except for how it's being dealt with. And the funny part about this whole situation, it wasn't even like the credit to Jamal, he came back and, he did his thing or whatever the case is, but he wasn't even the person to bring it up. So that's just to show you that when you do enough dirt, it's like it's something on your ass, like you're gonna bring it on you. You know what I mean? Like ain't nobody was messing with him. Like he literally came and asked for it. So just want to tell people that's looking at this like that, like yeah, that's insane. But the universe works like that.
I got a comment to that. That's the crazy part. And I was wrestling with myself. Should I feel guilty for allowing this to flow on my platform? And then it always brought me back to the reality that the brother actually called out Jamal.
Right.
When the show was about bringing awareness to a fallen comrade.
Right.
It wasn't about no agent. It wasn't about none of it. Was about gaining support and bringing awareness to a fallen comrade. That's it.
Yeah. So I mean,
I don't feel guilty. I think we can get the truth out with all. And again, to your point, brother, you make a serious point. There is no other way to really deal with this in our community anymore. We have to deal with this front, center, live before the public now. Because any other way, it's going to be whispers. It's going to be whispers. And when it gets to this level, because you're recruiting in the public, it should be talked about in the public. You're recruiting on Facebook. You're recruiting on YouTube. You're recruiting on IG. So that's the same way it should be dealt with in this day and time. And you're not recruiting and walking through the neighborhood knocking on doors. No, you're recruiting with a video camera now. It's the same way you're recruiting is the same way you should answer up. That's just my take.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Especially at this level.
Right.
And I don't know if you even know or even Jamal even know. It's a lot of people. Maybe y'all do know, but I'm telling you, I was like, whoa, bro, I'm trying to tell you. I just got look. One of the worst things is when a sister about 60 years old reached out to me.
Damn.
With a story. 60. That's the matriarch. She's supposed to have something good to say, baby. Come on, baby. She'll be on Saturday.
Shit.
She had to get that one out. So, brother, I appreciate you. So I hope I see y'all Saturday. Y'all can come in on the close on the show Saturday. Tell me what y'all think. But I salute you, my brother.
All right, man.
He said,
Islam family.
Peace. With that being said, what's up, Jamal? Come on, brother. You didn't talk too much the other day. Come on, brother. Hold up. You muted.
Let me see. Is that me?
There you go. I got you.
All right. I just want to say this. For years, since this went down with me in 2017, I got right out of jail, and I got a video that's going to be on my page. Universal Life Balance. The link was in the last show.
Man, I wish I had it today.
It's cool. It's cool. Universal Life Balance. I'll go back. I'm gonna go back and comment on this video and put the link up there. So check the comments tomorrow tonight. But I'm gonna the thing y'all need to understand, family, is that, like I said, this is what I do for my people. Like this is bigger than this is not no like beef. Like everybody keep reiterating. I was minding my own business. I had left this all. I listen. I had been 2 assassination attempts, which would be detailed in a documentary coming out. Was put in federal prison for nothing. You know, got out all types of stuff. He sick the feds on me, all this. I got out of jail like a madman. I sent the homies on him twice. I ran up on them. I put him, everything I could do. I was getting tired, but victim after victim after victim after victim kept hitting me. And I'm glad to see brothers and sisters finally standing, because I was standing. I can't watch my people, especially the black woman, because it's the energy going around right now on the internet where they trying to get, even the scriptures tell you the love of in the last times, the love of those gonna wax cold. And they're trying to make us lose love for our women. They're trying to make us not be, as the Grand Sheik was saying, and we appreciate you, Grand Sheik, for this platform. We need to support platforms like this that's unbiased, that's allowing the people to be the judge, that's allowing the people to put our leaders to hold me accountable. You can hold me accountable for anything that I do. If I'm wrong, please hold me accountable. Please punish me. And if I'm righteous, please let that be known to the people and follow that example. Don't follow me. Follow me as I follow what's right. That's what you got to follow. And understand that this is for the victims. This is for my comrade, General Hodari, and aka Angelo Brown, for Oziwa, John Singleton. We love you, brothers. I felt y'all spirits is riding with us. The ancestors riding with us. We not afraid. So many people that inbox me and message me, thank you. It's so many victims that don't want to be named still that we protecting. It's queens all across the country we protecting, family. And we out here using our own resources to protect these women. This brother has abused multiple women. Like I said, I kicked him out this city for hitting. This I stand for the black woman as a whole, regardless. The queen that he hit, we weren't even like cool like that at that time. We cool now. I'm just saying at that time we weren't even cool like that. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't about that. It's about the black woman as a whole. I've been falsely accused by a black woman, and I still gonna stand for the black woman, because we as brothers got to stand as men and be accountable. The real meaning of alpha is the beginning. You're not an alpha if you're not creating. If you're not creating the proper atmosphere to nurture the black woman, to nurture our children, to protect, then that's not an alpha. I don't care what they tell you that is. It's not about bravado. It's not about poking your chest out. So when we see operatives like this, FBI informants, snitches, or those, even if they're not any of those, they're just counterproductive to the mission of the community. It's our duty to get rid of these people out of the community. If you study revolution like I have, every revolution you study, from the Haitian to the French to whatever revolution you want to study, you have to get rid of the infiltrators and the imposters first. You have to clean out within first. You can't clean out nobody else's house if your own house dirty. So this is house cleaning, and he brought this on himself. I was minding my own business, moved on. He brought this on himself, but that was the ancestors. That was the Most High and the spirit of the ancestors allowing this fool to get his just rewards. And if he wants to come on here, we would. I offer him face to face. And the story about his son, by the way, Like, if you go back and listen to this video, the sister told you, my sister, Tiffany, told you the real story about his son. This man is using his son as a cover to be a coward. I told y'all he reached out to me to negotiate to try to squash this and come on the show, saying he'd clear my name, but he wanted to be this and all that. And his son was doing okay. That's the words out of his own. His son is fine. He was going to dinner with his wife. He's using. Now, I'm not saying the son ain't suffering anything, or maybe not like that, but I'm going from what he told me. And he backed out like a coward. And the fact that he think he can negotiate. There's black power, black liberation is not up for negotiation. Like I said, we are tired. We are tired. The party been going on underground forever. It ain't never stopped. It ain't never stopped building. There's major building. Y'all just saw on this. Let's get back to the positivity. All the revolutionaries y'all just seen on this panel. Different personalities, different parts of the country. It was all love and positivity. These are all mighty warriors in their communities. None of us is greater than the other. We all need each other. None of us is greater than the other. The Messiah is us as a people united. There's no one man that's going to come and save us. All right? That's not going to happen. What's going to happen is us being collective together, supporting platforms like this, supporting movements that are truthful revolutionary movements. You got brothers on here. My brother RT that was on here. Supporting that brother. Support my brother Mentu that was on here. Supporting them brothers like that, just putting food back into the community. Not just any food, but food that gives life, not food that kills. Supporting that. That's revolutionary. All right. Dealing with these situations like this, I understand how it's going to look, but it's a necessity. We can't go at the enemy if the enemy is within. We can't, family. And that's just real life. Us as a black people, we are very loving and forgiving and emotional people. We want to forgive, right? We want to forgive so quickly. But every other nation understood that they have to deal. Listen, the enemy, the cracker, he's willing to make casualties. Now, we don't have to be like him. We'll never be like him. We'll never be savage like them. We're too good of a people. We are the representation of love. But we have to understand that it comes a time, even the great Harriet Tubman had to eliminate those who were traitors against the mission. All right. A queen. And our queens have carried the burden way too long. Way too long, brothers. The brother said 70%. I'm gonna be honest, it's probably higher than that. I'm gonna be honest. And that's and you see brother, the brother, look, the Grand Sheik right here, this brother is risking a lot just by having this platform. Y'all don't understand that. They don't want things like this. We can't continue to be on these platforms and expect that we can really properly do this. We like racing the clock right now. All right. We gotta build up. We gotta stop trying to fight the same wars with the same means that's been losing. We got to be honest with ourselves and say it hasn't worked. And what's going to work is liberation. Liberating, having our own voice, making our own food, teaching our own people. The great Malcolm X said that only a fool lets his enemy teach his children. And at the end of the day, we all grown people on here talking about all these problems, while last night I had to leave out right after the show to help a child. Listen, man, we got to get back to building our children. Let's be real. If we're over 25, over 30, whatever, once you get over 30 or 35, you got to start really looking at the next generation. All right. And you're going to see the Build Our Youth program. We're going to post it up on the Legendary Black Panther page on Facebook. We told you about the Feds hacked our real page. We're getting it all back up. Support that. You ain't got support with money, support with your talent. And it's always about money. Support with your talent, support with your gifts. Support with your encouragement spiritually, but just support the real. That's all I got to say, family. And much love to y'all. Much love to y'all, my people. No doubt. I can't hear you.
I have my mic off. I have my mic off because I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I got a pit bull like behind me, and this dog snoring like he pay bills or something. He loud too. See if you. or he calmed down now. But anyway, family, I wanted to be sure that this show here and many of the shows to come within the next few weeks are going to be a roller coaster ride. It's going to be an emotional ride. It's going to be one of them shows where as though I may get involved in it as I got hyped last night, and I was like, no, we're going to do this. And in order to balance myself out, I like to bring my brother in, Grand Sheik, and the assistant national representative of the Moorish Temple of America, to bring us some clarity as we go forward into tomorrow. Our holy day has started, and I wanted to bring him on because I'm gonna tell you a lot of this stuff. Y'all may be listening in the chat or in the comment section, but a lot of these words have power. In the beginning was the word, and these words have energy, and they carry energy. And sometimes we can have that energy take a hitchhike or catch a ride with us. And so, in my team and thoughts and watching the chat and responding to some of the comments about me, engaging the panel, I don't want the energy to take a hitchhike a ride with me. And so I like to cleanse my mind throughout the night, throughout the morning, and go into tomorrow refreshed. And I also like to bring on my assistant, the national representative, the assistant national representative of the Moorish Temple of America, as we call it, to blow some holy breath on us to balance us all out as we close out. And so I yield the floor to my brother Akhenaten Salam Bey. Islam.
Islam, Grand Sheik, getting first I rise, giving praise to Allah and honors to his angel, Prophet Noble Jew Ali, the last prophet in these days and time, and to his forerunner, the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey Bey, and honors to all of the Moorish World TV in the chat and those who are viewing and haven't responded. Before I extend and give comments personally on you, Grand Sheik, for providing this platform, I want to give honors to, first of all, what's her name? Sister, was it Vicky? I'm trying to remember her name now. Tiffany. Honors to her, that General Tiffany, I know I'm probably getting her title not correct, but honors to her and her spirit of bringing forth.
Can you hear me, Tiffany? General Damira, Islam.
But, and honors to her for coming forth and having that humble spirit herself and acknowledging where she was wrong. That's what you call accountability, and reaching out to them and even making it public, reaching out to them and asking forgiveness. That's a part of healing. I want to first give honor to that, and honors to was it Mo Black, our sister, and coming courageously on a platform like this to express some of their experiences. I have a lot of mixed emotions about the last few episodes regarding this, because I was really feeling Dr. Alli Muhammed, and always, and well, let me just leave it like that. But I want to give honors to all the brothers that came forward here and gave their testimony, had the courage to come forward, as Brother Jamal was saying, and because that's important to do what we need to do. And they did it in a very, I want to underscore this point. These brothers did it in a very disciplined kind of way, in coming forth. They was, there were maybe a couple slips here and there with curse words or whatever, right? But they were respectful and recognized it, because we're trying to raise the bar here. If you have a good mind you don't have a limited vocabulary. All right, and we must learn to be able to express ourselves clearly without a lot of emotion. As Grand Chief was saying, that sometimes when you allow that energy, because words have vibrations and they have particular energies associated with it. So that's one of the reasons why the Grand Chief places in this platform a standard where we, do what we can to discipline ourselves with the emotions, because that you would never get any clarity that way. So I want to just give a hearty salute to all the brothers for their discipline in this platform, all the hurt and things they went through, and that's what our sister was talking about, because they went through some things, but they, the brothers came forward, came real, came straight from the heart, and expressed their feelings, and still was just honorable and respectful in how they were bringing apart. And I think that's applaudable, especially for males, for men. Let me say it like that: men to come forward and be men and exemplify what men should represent. Like I said, mixed feelings, Grand Sheik. Let me say this about the platform. I've been in journalism now for over 3 decades, Grand Sheik, and we have to have our own platform and a standard for that platform. And as I said, I applaud you for doing what you do. Now, there's a point I didn't bring out yesterday on the last episode. You have been so gracious, Grand Sheik. Honors to you for making giving the platform for everybody to have the freedom to really express and present their own case and their own testimony, if you will. And you continually do that. And I really got, a little suspicious, or a little, I just felt away. Let me say it like that. When I know the guests, you were giving them several opportunities to come on and face Jamal. Brother Jamal was ready to face him. He wanted to defend himself. But then we had all these excuses about coming on and, blaming, that you have them. And we all have things going on in our family. Sometimes many of us have deaths in our family. Sometimes many of us, we got children. Grand Sheik, you got children. And I want to point out the difference in the response of them, because if you're revolutionary, I want that to hang in the air. There's a certain discipline, there's a certain expectation when you are a revolutionary. There is. And one of the examples was the time when Brother Jamal, and he on his first try, he wasn't able to redeem himself and bring a great presentation, but you were patient with him, and so much so that many of us didn't realize until you ended up outside the hospital with your family. That's a revolutionary spirit. No matter what's going on, and honest to your wife, Chica's sister Robin, who even encouraged you, to finish this platform, if it was possible. And that's the spirit, and that's the spirit I expected, from, well, let me just say it in general, right? Spirit I expect from a revolutionary.
Yeah, brother. And a lot of people didn't know that my wife, she said, go ahead and do the show, because she had to go to the hospital. She wasn't feeling well. And she hadn't feel well for about, she just starting to feel better now. And I won't go into all that, but she's just feeling better now. And she was like, go ahead and do what you got to do. Because of COVID, you probably can't come in anyway. So I started the show, and then I took her to the emergency room, came and started the show, and then went back because I had to start it on my computer. And I went back and I sit in the parking lot and carried on. I just told the people that there's a family member in the hospital because I didn't want people get too much involved into
right.
Peace, brother. You're gonna be obvious because my wife is a revolutionary and a resolutionary in her own right. And so
That's right.
in the moment that it was over, I went and sit by her bedside, and she's doing wonderful now. She's probably watching now. Like, I hope he just be quiet and come to bed because he just talking. but yeah, but my thing is, I take the responsibility of bringing information to people just as serious as one looked at European in the face with an automatic weapon. I take this as just serious. You know, I take the Moorish Science Temple of America just as serious, or if not even more serious. You know, so I salute y'all. You know, for if it wasn't for y'all watching, then it wouldn't be no need for me. So I salute y'all for even listening to me and allowing us to engage one another, because I've met more friends in the last. One thing I will say before I yield it back to you, dealing with this Grandmaster J thing, this is true Bill. I've met more people that I can call my brother, sister, and friends. And now dealing with the Black Power, you know, gun community, I like to call it. I've met more brothers and sisters and friends that I've met more than I've met since I've been doing YouTube. And I just didn't start YouTube. I've been doing this for about 4 or 5 years now. But I salute y'all and I appreciate y'all. But brother, you can close us out.
Islam. But that was you know, miraculous how you did it, Grass. You know, I didn't even know because I didn't see you for a minute while you was in the interview. I said, "What's going on?" People would shout out to you in the chat. Then all of a sudden you came through and it just without missing a beat, and you know, was respectful to give so Jamal wouldn't, you know, brother Jamal wouldn't be able to or should I say Chairman Jamal, right? Or General Jamal. He wasn't interrupted in his flow during that time. That's real honorable as a journalist, as a media person. So, and I close with this here, you know, because I just wanted to give you that honor and let the people know that that's what you went through, and that's who we are supporting right here as a true journalist, a true person that goes out and gets the research, and we're getting that. You know, you won't get this on the mass media mind manipulation programs. This brother is sincere. Our Grand Sheik is sincere, loves our people enough to reach out. Now, let's look at how things develop here. Before there was the movie Judas and the Black Messiah, right? Before that movie was, look at how things set up. And I know Allah is leading on in this. You know, Grand Sheik stood in a position where he was criticized. You know, everybody was coming after him when he was exposing the quote unquote Judas in the Mist called GMJ. It was. But he put himself on the front line, as Brother General Jamal was saying, by even having this platform and talking about GMJ, and now we're evolving to this. Because we know they're watching, no doubt about it. But he putting himself out there, and that's what true revolutionaries are about. They're fearless. This is what the prophet tells us, that Moors are active and we're fearless, right? And that's what traditional, if you look in history, what Moors did. We revolted. That's the root of revolution. We revolted against what? Justice. And right now, injustice. We revolted against injustice. And so right now, what we're witnessing is, as we're taught in the Moorish Science Temple of America, when love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, when love, truth, peace, freedom are violated, justice must then take its course. And we're seeing it being displayed right as we speak. And I close with this, because not only are we as I like to say, and you and I, Grand Sheik, saying we're Moorish American, bona fide Moorish American Muslim revolutionaries. And we want to elevate that too, because it's not just about the response as what most revolts are about, but we are Moorish American Muslim resolutionaries. I want that to hang in the air, because that's what we must be. And this platform is to be what media should be, to mediate. You can't have the word mediate without the word media. So the Brother Taco Bay has brought the media in the fashion that it should be, because we must mediate our situation. And if we keep this in the dark, just like everything, they love it. You know, the enemy loves to work in the dark, loves to work in the ignorant and play on it, right? But when you bring it outward, you can't be lied to. So it's important for us to bring it to the light, because, you know, one of the greatest things that was in that, a good snapshot of that was when in that movie, since everybody talking about it now, where Fred Hampton Sr. went in, and when he was being confronted with some propaganda, you know, he didn't even, you know, it was just brought to the light that that wasn't even him that was speaking, right? That's just a little small example of that. And so the more we confront and see each other, as the brother said, and I like the our brother, the herbal health brother, can't remember his name right now, but you know, that's what he said. He wanted to see him face to face, talk to her. Don't let this stuff go on and fester and be. And this is how it does in social media. So we need a platform where we'll be able to bring everything out in the open, being straight transparency that nobody can hide in the midst of all this misinformation that's going on, and have the public see it. And then the other thing, Grand Sheik, in conclusion, this you know, how you do it too is perfect. And I hope our dear sister General Crystal Muhammad would appreciate the fact that, you know, as all of us should appreciate, is that you give people their time. You know, can't we be just as respectful as we do, as you see in government when there's some kind of issue that's going on, like the Trump, you know, to use that as example, we got many justice committees that come up and they give people their time, a lot of time, so you can get the whole perspective of a person. So this you won't find in your mass media mind manipulated programs and networks. They have you fighting against each other. And we know we got other social media platforms that do that. But our Grand Sheik has wanted to present a fair and just, because that's how we are as Moorish American Muslims. We're just and fair. And that's the posture that we want to, and standard that we want to maintain here. And I just applaud the work that the Black Panthers are doing. And I'm like you, Grand Sheik, you were speaking right out of my mind. You know, we need to go back to the original name, what it was. Don't change it. Get back to the principles, and that's the same. You know, and then that way you riding on the energy of your ancestors. You riding on the original vibration that created in Lansdowne, as our sister Tiffany was saying, that energy that came forth as the revolutionary Black Panthers Party, right? You're riding on that energy. You shouldn't be ashamed of that or think that we gotta change it as if, you know, we trying to do something different. And maybe that's a energy that you riding on, because if you are shifting in that the name, because the name is the nature of it, that maybe even presents some other issues. But I applaud the work that's being done. I love it when the brother, and we do have to have that brother back on Grand Sheik to talk about the vaccine. It seemed like he got some real good information, and it's important for us to be on the forefront of giving our people the truth. That is key. And if you notice, in the movies, since a lot of people have seen it again. Remember the critical part in there when just before Fred Hampton was about to go back in before they assassinated him, he took his money and gave it for the medical center. The medical center. I'm right here in Atlantis, in the ATL, and connected with some of the Black Panther Party organizations and people who come from it, and they're using the techniques that come out of that legacy, like with Brother Mutulu Shakur, who I had the opportunity to go into the prisons and press his hand and hear him, and they allowed me to speak in the federal pen with him. But he was one that teaches our people about acupuncture and so many other healing things. So that's where our thing is in the Moorish Side Temple. We talk about the healing aspect, and we got to deal with those programs and putting programs together to heal our people. And as I said the other night, we got bigger things to deal with. It's an issue dealing in the street with the police terrorism and assassination that happened. It's a bigger issue dealing even with fratricide amongst ourselves. And the COINTELPRO plays on this stuff that is happening within us, and we can't allow it. And the best way to do that is to be transparent, because they'll have us fighting against each other, just like if you don't learn from history, it'll repeat itself. Where the Black Panther Party were fighting with us, and they had their infiltrators in there to make that happen, and then the Black Panthers were fighting amongst themselves, right? And so we be repeating the same thing. We have lessons, as the Grand Sheik was saying, in the Moorish Science Temple of America as well. And this is why we are in the business of the resurgence of the Moorish Science Temple, the way it was set up by the Prophet. So it is important for us to make sure that we stay true to those standards, staying true to ourselves. And so then the next thing is nutricide, because we're killing ourselves on ignorance that of what we should be putting and consuming in our body. And then on the top of that list is mental side, right? Because there's psychological warfare right now, and that psychological warfare is working on us. And this is how we begin to fight amongst each other, but we don't understand. It's psychological warfare that proceeds and supersedes, I should say, anything of chemical warfare, biological warfare through vaccines or anything like that, or even guns that they are dealing with. The greatest thing against us, and General Jamal made hit on that, and that is the message. We can't even deal with it. When they was dealing with looking for the Black Messiah, it's about the one who can influence the people by being the message that they bring. If you can kill that, that's the issue. It's not about the person. As Fred Hampton Sr. said, it's not about him. You can kill the revolutionary, but you can't kill the revolutionary idea. And that's the thing we must keep on the forefront. So, Grant, she got in, pardon me for being so lengthy. I know it's late, family. I didn't mean to. Just wanted to make sure.
That's what we do. So, brother, I appreciate you, and I hope I can get you in on the next go around, because on Saturday, if you freed up, brother, I think it's going to be another roller coaster ride. But I want to get on this roller coaster and bring awareness to our people that, there is another way and there's a better way. And like you said, we need to bring it to the public. And again, I thank you, General Demira. I appreciate her, and I know she's gonna be back on the show again, because, brother, she gave me so much information. It was just crazy. I couldn't keep up with it. I just say, since you just got talk, I can't keep up with this stuff. It's just so much. And it's in one part, one side of me say, man, this is sad. But in another part, it brings me to the point like, nah, this is actually good. Because for once in history, for the first time in history, shall I say, we have the ability to put something on the front line so everybody can see. Garvey didn't have that ability. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali didn't have that ability. See, this lens that we take for granted gives us the ability to put it all out on the front so people can make an educated decision on how to move forward. Malcolm
And
didn't
nobody,
have that ability. Malcolm
that's
didn't
right.
have that. We have that. And we should utilize it and not criticize it. But we got to use it responsibly. We got to be responsible with it. Let's not demonize this internet. Let's not demonize this thing. It's like, I like to use Brother Sharif Anil quote. He's like, saying the internet is evil, saying that social media is evil is like saying a spoon make you fat. It's what you use it for. And we want to use it to edify, uplift ourselves. So again, salute our General Demira and all the brothers that came through. Salute you, brother. I talked to you in the AM. Happy holy day for Muslims all over the world. And we're going to turn up on Facebook tomorrow in our holy day.
Go ahead, Sheik. Yeah, that's tomorrow, because this is Thursday, right?
Today Friday.
Today Thursday. I know you ready. We ready for that Friday.
You Grandmaster Jayans done messed me up. Oh my goodness, you Grandmaster Jayans got me. Man, this is a ride. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Holy Day, family, because our Holy Day meetings allow me to balance out from some of the energy that I take on during the week. And so I definitely look forward to it. And so, family, I'm going to let this marinate and shake it off. And I see y'all on Saturday.
All right. Peace and love.
I've been saying that for a minute. Holy Day tonight. Peace and love, family. I'm up out of here.